Hello, everybody. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday. It's good to see you. We are here. Eventually, we got here. So I was saying during the intro segment there, I was met with quite a lot of technical issues today. So I've been doing some research on the causes of the really poor performance that I had on Friday. Like even in the 319, we were having some pretty poor performance. So the whole setup and whatnot changed. The way that I get video over to the streaming PC changed as a result of the new monitor and the new video card and all that kind of stuff. So what is happening now is that we're utilizing a protocol called NDI. And NDI is like, it's basically like hooking up an HDMI cable and blasting it across a gigabit connection. So we're NDIing this entire screen here. In fact, if I come over here, if I come over here and I unlock this panel, I can grab it. I drag it over. Wrong panel. I drag this panel over. You can see you guys right there. Right? And if I drag it over here, I can see the notifications. So this is what I'm looking at on my screen. I got to recenter that. There. So I'm using NDI to blast that signal over, and that's taking the place of a capture card. So NDI has some performance implications on my main PC because it has to grab that signal, encode it, and then shoot it over. Now it's doing a pretty sloppy encode on it at a very high bit rate, but it does take some bit of CPU resources. So with that change going in, there's a little bit of extra stuff happening on the computer. And then also, this is a much higher resolution monitor than what we had before. So before, I was running a viewport window here for X-Plane of like 1920 by 1080, which is pretty standard, right? And now I'm having to render at, I think, 2845 or 2844 by 1600. So we have a lot more pixels that we're rendering. As a result, the CPU's having to clock itself now, trying to get all that stuff going and working and this and that. So what happened is on Friday, I went to stream and I thought it was tweaked decently well. And it turns out like it wasn't, man. It wasn't running great at all. Like the 320, the 320 had its own set of problems. Some of the performance issues I think were that airplane, and some of them were just my sim not being great. Because even when we got into 319, it still wasn't running particularly well. It might be tough for you guys to see, but I definitely noticed it on my end. And then I did a flight last night. In the what I fly? I flew the new 737 Ultimate, the 700, and it also wasn't running particularly well. So I've done some research, and I think I've figured out some solutions to the performance stuff. So first of all, I've had an overclock on my PC for some time, but apparently it got reset at some point. So I have now re-overclocked my CPU to 4.6 gigahertz. It was at 4.4 before. So we have an extra like 5 to 6% maybe ish of performance to work with. I found some additional settings that people had recommended. One of them is called XMP that you can turn on in your motherboard settings. That's supposed to dramatically improve some magical thing. So I did that. And then I also turned off hyperthreading, because now that we have X-Plane that's using 2 to 3 cores, and then we have the new tech NDI stuff that's using a core to kind of try to do some rendering, and then Firefox and kind of all the other stuff that's running in the background, I had a feeling that maybe hyperthreading was causing some collisions on the cores. And we had, like X-Plane, as opposed to using 2 cores, might have been using the same core twice. Like most of the time, hyperthreading is a net gain when it comes to applications and whatnot. But I think when we're running the system as hard as I am, it's not a net gain. Like I think it actually starts to become a hindrance. So as I'm sitting here staring at X-Plane right now, okay, I'm looking at 60 FPS, pretty much 60 right on the money. And as I'm moving around and panning around, we get a completely smooth view coming off the NDI stuff. I can move it faster, and it looks okay. I can move it a little bit slower on the pan, and it still looks okay. I'm not seeing any choppiness. I'm not seeing anything like that. That's fantastic. What I'm looking at here is my task manager, and my task manager's running like I am beating the bloody crap out of this computer right now. If there was ever a reason why I needed to have a 2 PC setup, this is it right here. We are bludgeoning this CPU at almost 100%, and you just like it is cranking right now. So X-Plane is using 2.5-ish cores, which is about what I would expect to see. And the NDI stuff, the NewTek NDI stuff, is using 7 to 10%, which is also what I kind of expect to see. And then Firefox and kind of everything else that's running in the background. So those are the performance changes that I made, and as a result, I'm hoping that things work. While I was doing all of that this evening, I hit a point where my computer stopped booting. Like it was throwing an error code complaining about USB devices, and it just wouldn't boot. So I futzed around with it a little bit. I got it to actually start up, and then we were good. Or so I thought. So we were gonna fly the brand new 310 that just came out on the org tonight, and I fired that up, and I'm sitting there getting everything all set up, and I look and I see this just like, as I'm looking at the aileron, or as I'm looking at the elevators, okay, I just see twitch. Like you see it go just twitching. Like it occasionally goes back, it goes down. You see just kind of nudge forward and then come back. Nudge forward and come, and I'm like, So I'm not really willing to hinge the entirety of this stream tonight on an airplane that's already showing signs of not potentially working well. I don't know if it's broken or not. I'm going to assume it probably isn't. I'm going to assume it would probably work just fine if we fired it up, but I didn't trust it because I'm already having one of those days where I'm like, I don't trust anything. So that 310 we will take a look at in 2 weeks ish when I come back, and we'll go up and fly that thing around. So I decided then to go to the trusty standby, the Aerobask Eclipse, which is what we're going to end up flying this evening. So that's been my evening so far, just getting us up to this point. So I do apologize, guys, for coming in a little bit late tonight. And for those that are looking forward to a proper GA Monday, I'm sorry, you're going to get a jet tonight because I'm really comfortable with this airplane. I love flying this thing around. And I don't know, there's no stream Friday, there's no stream next Monday, so this is going to kind of be the send-off here for a couple of weeks. John Fez, it's good to see you. Captain Obvious, welcome aboard. XMP, just loading your memory profile. I don't know what actually did the difference, but this thing is running swimmingly right now. I also removed a couple of add-ons in X-Plane. Then add-ons might have been causing some issues too. I removed the XJet add-on, which is the product manager for it's the product manager for Airfoil Labs, because it was causing my sim to be really slow on the startup. I also removed the Navigraph tool that blasts your airplane position out there. So I don't know. I got it when I get back from vacation, or when I get back from my trip, I should say, because it's not actually a vacation. When I get back from my trip, I'm going to start putting those add-ons back in and see like if I can figure out where the problem actually is. My hunch is that the hyperthreading, I think, really did help, or the lack of hyperthreading really helps. And I think that the XJet add-on might have been causing some major problems, but I don't know that for certain. That's Simflyer, it's good to see you. Boiler up indeed. Aren't they like Makers All now? Didn't they change the slogans, or try to change the slogan some years ago? How do I like the Grados? Dude, I have been using Grado headphones for 17 years now. I got my first pair in 2002. SR60s. I think I've gone through probably 4 pairs of SR60s, and this is now my second pair of SR80s. And I love my Grados. I know they're not built the best. I know that, they will fall apart over time and become basically like all the money goes into the acoustics and not so much into like everything else. But I absolutely love these headphones. T-Craft, it's good to see you. Goldsy77, how you doing, man? Good to see you, Sean. Jojo Bear, welcome aboard. I saw some other people I missed. John Feza, I think I said hello, but hello again. Easy YOLO Swaggins, welcome aboard. XMP works the way that the CPU overclocks along with the RAM, makes your CPU send data to the RAM faster, usual, which increases FPS between 0 and 2 FPS. Well, that probably wasn't the thing that made it work better. I don't know. We'll see how it is coming into Denver. I could just be talking out of my butt here, so we'll see. Keoken's good to see you, man. Anti-social woodworker, welcome aboard. Puff MTD, welcome aboard. Yeah, the Grados are really good stuff. All right, let me say some thank yous, and then we'll get this show on the road, and we'll go do some fun stuff tonight. First of all, Ellie Marcus 72, thanks for 26 months of support. Says enjoying the hard work. Cheers, buddy. I appreciate it. By the way, we're having water again tonight, and once again, you're one in a melon. Young Riles, thanks for 4 months of support. Do appreciate it. Says loving the new setup. Me too, man. Me too. How's the lighting look today? It's a little bit better.
Reach on.
Angry Pilot, thanks for 24 months. Angry Pilot, I do appreciate that. Cheers, buddy. Crow 1088 here for 4 months. He says happy GA Monday. Indeed, happy GA Monday, Crow. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much. Military Vet Gamer 81, thank you for 12 months of support. Says happy 1 year time. I've learned a lot from you and your streams and started flying myself on X-Plane. Awesome, man. Here's to the next year. Thank you very much, man. Cheers. I hope you enjoy flying around in the sim, man. It's a good time. Blake T78 is here for 7 months. He says, thanks for providing me with some good flight sim content. Cheers, buddy. I don't know about good, but we definitely got flight sim content. Hashtag flight. No, we're not doing that. Alligator, thanks for 8 months total of support. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you as well, my friend. Cheers. Oxbox is here for 25 months. Hopefully you're still here, Mr. Oxbox. Cheers to you, buddy. Appreciate it. South Carolina Gaming is here for 7 months. He says 7 months plus it's my birthday. Oh, happy birthday. You going to say how old you are? Cheers, South Carolina Gaming. I appreciate it, buddy. Cheers. Boeing Kid 787, thanks for the host. And Vatsim Flyer, thank you for 9 months of support. It's a boy. And you get to name him. Cheers, buddy. I appreciate it. Speaking of children, I think J-Snap had his child. Or J-Snap's wife had their child. He had to hustle out of here in a hurry because he said his wife's water broke midway through my stream. He didn't get to see it. The beige curtain's looking absolutely sick. Well, you got to deal with the background, man. I'm not going to put a green screen or any of that crap up, so you just get to deal with that. The beige, it's actually like a super, I guess beige is a good word for it, yeah. My wife chose those, so I don't get to change them. If I had it my way, it'd be black curtains. Yo Dragon, good to see you, my friend. First live stream, good to have you here. Happy Friday. Or Monday, sorry, happy Monday. Chili Fry 777, it's good to see you. Happy Monday to you as well. How big is the bar on the top of the screen? Been wanting to make one for my streams. You mean like the overlay thing? Like this thing I'm moving around right here? I honestly don't know what the number of pixels is on it. It's basically big enough. So here, I run the sim in windowed mode. And the reason why the bar is up there is because the bar is the size of the Windows taskbar. So when I put it over here, boop, it hides the taskbar perfectly. And so I run everything in Windows mode. If that's what you're talking about. Your stream was during her stream. Oh, that's terrible. I shouldn't be laughing at it, but I am. 22.67 pixels tall, says Ian. Yeah. Just put it in Photoshop and play around with it, or take a screenshot of your so the actual overlay is a 1920 by 1080 thing. I'll show it to you. Whatever. Eventually we'll fly airplanes on this stream about airplanes. Let's see here. Miscellaneous overlay. Photoshop. Photoshop. Oh man, Photoshop is gonna murder my PC right now. I didn't even think about this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a bad idea firing that up. It's time for new computers, kind of what the moral of the story is here. So I literally have a 1920 by 1080 thing that I put like a viewport here, and then I just put the bar up on top. So I don't know, whatever the bar comes out to in terms of size. Yeah, it looks like it's about 20 pixels or so, a little over 20 pixels. And then I can just kind of change stuff around if I need to. Like we'll get rid of that. We'll say live from AirVenture or back to that. And we can go to the other one. It's real complex stuff that we're working with here, like real complex stuff. It takes a lot to understand it, so I understand if it's... never mind, fine. Eccentric's good to see you. Anybody else we got here? Mistakes were made. Das Load, welcome aboard. Airplanes are boring. This is now an IT stream. All right, well, let's look at my network. No. Yeah, let's go flying. What do you say? We're gonna fly this thing. This is the Aerobask Aerobask Eclipse 550, I should say. And I'm really excited. This is probably my favorite plane in the sim. Like, when people ask me what's your favorite airplane, I always say it depends. But like, if you talk to Max or if you talk to any of the guys that I regularly fly with outside of the stream, what ends up happening more often than not when I fire up an airplane, this is the one that I hop into. This is the one that I fire up on a Sunday morning and take up and do some FS economy jobs. Like, this is the plane that I probably do have the most fun with. It's really simple to fly. The interface is super intuitive and it's just enjoyable. So, when I'm having a day like I've had today, this is the plane that we go to. And this is the route that we're going to fly. We're up here at Casper, Wyoming, and we're going to make our way down to Denver. Denver is absolute garbage weather right now and forecast to stay that way for some time. So we're going to fly to Denver, and then we're going to hop up, and we're going to make our way into Telluride, which is also deteriorating, it seems. Oh, God. Very bullet 20, gust 35. Okay. It's going to eventually get kind of windy, I think. Wait. How do you have variable at 20 gusting 35? That doesn't make any sense. It's a freaking tornado over top of the field, but we're going to go to Telluride for the last flight of the night. It should be two fairly short flights. Yeah. Perfect for flying, perfect weather. It's going to be a good time tonight. I'm looking forward to it. And we'll see how well it's so smooth right now. Oh, it's so smooth. I'm loving it, man. I hope it stays that way. So what I need from you guys tonight, if you notice any sort of choppiness in the stream, please let me know. There's been a couple of drop frames, but nothing too bad. This is probably the proper shakedown run now that the sim is actually running at a decent frame rate. So we will see what this whole thing is capable of doing and go from there. I mean, there's not really anything out here to look at in terms of like autogen and whatnot. Oh, there's some stuff out there. So like it drops to 30 when we zoom out like this. So like we'll probably see some dips and whatnot as we get into Denver, but we're looking for like serious like choppiness. Like as I pan around, things look kind of crappy and whatnot. And you'll notice the difference between that and like the low frame rate sort of choppiness too. So I guess this is going to be an educational stream talking about how to tune your sim and how to obsess over your frame rate. Remember being taught Photoshop in high school on a 1996 PC, you could take a smoke break in the time it took to load. Yeah, dude. All right, let's get this sucker fired up. First, we'll do gas and all that stuff. So let's get rid of the chocks. Let's close the door. Come over here to the weights. I'll just leave all the people in there. That's fine, but I am going to fill the tanks up. Take her up to max gross there. And the sounds we're going to leave alone, and that's fine. Let's make sure the parking brake is set, which it is. It was, now it is. And we'll do batteries. Starter battery. Get the avionics on here. Hit OK on you, hit OK on you. And it's a very difficult process to start this engine. You reach over to the overhead panel and you say, start. On. I should also connect to PilotEdge, shouldn't I?
Connected to PilotEdge.
That was easy. That's why I love this airplane. That's good, so we'll go right gen on. We'll go bus tie on auto. And now we should have some juice in here. I don't even know where to check the juice. It doesn't matter. It's on. It's fine. Now we go to the left engine. No fuel introduction. The engine literally starts itself. Nothing to it. Delta 213, it's good to see you, Nico. How you doing, man? Vader's biggest supporter, from what I understand. I'm gonna be finally visiting Nico's stream, or Nico's sim next week, or next month, sorry. We'll have more to talk about that soon. He's been bugging me. Max has been telling me to get my ass down there, so We're gonna go fly the full motion simulator. And it's gonna be on a Friday night too, so you know what that means. Yeah. Alright, beacon nav lights. Let's do taxi lights on. Ice protection, all that stuff can stay off. We'll go right or left gen on now. We want to make sure that we are pressurizing, so we'll go to cabin air to norm. Oxygen auto, that's all fine. And that's pretty much it. All that's left for us to do is, actually I gotta file a flight plan. So there's that. There we go. Alright, so let's figure out where we're going first. Make myself a fake Airbus here. KCPR to KDEN. And we'll do, sure. Routes. Today, 392 times. DDY OPP Molten 3. I know they're probably landing from the south, so that works for me. Select that route, hit OK. The flight here is 282 miles, so we'll go, yeah, we'll do 27,000 feet. That's fine. Good. So let's go to PilotEdge and file that. Like you don't want to do it. I do want to come down there, yeah. It's been time, man. Time as it is, dude, I'm driving my ass down there, so there's that. Like, I looked at trains, I looked at all the train stuff, and like, for that weekend, it's, yeah, I don't know. The schedules don't exactly line up and all that, so it's like it's easier for me to just drive down there. Number 717, Tango Sierra, we're in EA50, we're slant Lima. We'll be doing about 300 and I think it's about 400 knots. Forget the exact speed. KCPR, KDEN, going to 27,000 feet. Let's get rid of that. Actually, we do need to, KCOS will be our alternate. And we're going to go DDY, OPPEE, Molten 3, Denver. File that. Pull the plates up here, add that. KCPR airport diagram, probably the Casper 3 as well. And then back, Denver. Airport diagram, we're going to want, let me see here, which runway do we want? We're going to want 3-5 left because we want to be down here by signature. So close that. Add plate, Denver. We're planning on the Molten arrival. And then down to instrument approaches, and we're going to be on the, we're planning for the 3-5 left ILS. ILS 3-5 left right there. Okay. Come back here. Let's call up clearance delivery, 121.9er. Put away 4 flight now. Comms. Transfer that. We'll grab the Addons 2615. Transfer that. All right, we'll turn that up. We'll turn monitor 2 on. Ooh. Stand by. PilotEdge is outputting to the incorrect.
Altimeter 3001.
There we go.
Arriving and departing runways 3-8. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Golf. Casper Natrona County International Airport. ATIS information Golf. 2353 Zulu. Wind 070 at 17. Visibility 10. Ceiling 5000 overcast. Temperature 2. Dew point -8. Altimeter 3001. Arriving and departing runway 3-8. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Golf.
Oh, it's not 3-8, it's 3,8.
Casper Nate.
Okay, so 07017, 10 miles, 5,000 overcast, 3001. Put that in here. And 3 and 8 on the runways. Okay, so we are going to Denver. What is DDY? Muddy Mountain.
Alaska 1052, Seattle
Of
Center,
course.
Roger. Seattle, altimeter 3006.
You down with Opie? Sure. I don't know what that means. Iowa Scotsman, good to see you. I don't know, Ian. It's worth a shot. Try it. Casper Ground, good evening. Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, IFR clearance Denver.
717 Tango Sierra, Casper Ground, clear Denver Airport, Casper 3 departure, radar vectors, Muddy Mountain, and it's filed. Maintain 14,000, departure frequency 120.65, squawk 5537.
Here to Denver, Casper 3, Muddy Mountain, as filed, 14,000, 120.65, squawk 5537, Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra.
7 Tango Sierra, read back correct.
All right. Pull you out. Should we just leave that in there? We can get down here. Go to flight plan. Here, insert. KCPR. Insert. Waypoint. DDY. Insert. Waypoint. OPPEE. Insert. Waypoint. KDEN. And we go insert. Insert arrival. We're going to plan for the ILS 35 left. And we're going to be on the Molten 3 from Opie. Let's check that real quick. I want to see if any one of those points appear on this arrival. Because if so, then I'm going to load it in. The last point is Waskel, which is not. So we're not going to load any Pro GBS in. Oh crap. Let's try that again. Pretend that didn't happen. 35 left. Molten 3. None. Good. Just like that, we have a flight plan. Let's talk about this departure. So we're going to climb a sign heading and then go to 14,000 and then go from there. Easy enough. Okay, let's grab you. Transponder 5537. Altitude reporting, enter. It's checked. The tower frequency. That's the camera. I don't want the camera, I want the tower frequency. $18.3. Good. All right. The magic of FADEX. Chevy Rule 727 is good to see you, my friend. How you doing? All right, let's check our flight controls. Good. Brake undone. Let's do some work on the sounds here. Okay, so we have information golf. We are at the FBO, and we're good to go. Okay. So far, so good. Funny how chat's super active and he sets up and it gets so quiet. It's all good, man. Cosmic, good to see you, buddy. Hydro Couch, welcome aboard.
Casper ground equipment 02 Cherry Fox at base of the tower with golf, ready for taxi.
That's going to be him right there.
2 Charlie Fox.
Hydro Couch, it's easier than it looks once you get used to it. It takes some time, but you know, eventually you figure it all out. It's cool.
Number 10 Charlie Fox, Casper ground runway 8, taxi via Alpha 5 Charlie, cross runway 3.
14,000.
Alpha 5 Charlie to 8, we'll cross runway 3.
I like to do.
2 Charlie Fox.
Let's see here. We'll go heading mode, and then we'll go vertical speed. Excuse me, vertical speed, and we'll start the initial vertical speed at 2,000 feet per minute, and we'll accelerate up to I think about 200 knots for the climb. Casper Ground, good evening. Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra at the tower with golf for taxi, please. How many hours do you have in this game? Oh my gosh. probably 4,000 or 5,000 plus at this point, between like 11 and X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 10.
Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, Casper Ground, runway 8, taxi via Alpha 5 Charlie, cross runway 3, and then you'll follow the Eclipse that's going to be pulling on to Alpha just ahead.
Okay, runway 8, Alpha 5 Charlie, and we'll get behind the Eclipse. Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra.
Casper Ground, Sky West 5954 terminal taxi with
Where's
11.
he at? There he is over there.
Skywest 5954, Casper Ground, runway 3, taxi via Alpha.
3 via Alpha, Skywest 5954.
That's right, this thing takes a boatload of power to get it moving. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can.
And Skywest 5954, we can take runway 8 also, if that's easy for you, whatever.
Nope. Runway 3 is perfect, thanks.
What's the true airspeed in the Eclipse? About 400 knots.
Runway 3 via Alpha, Skywest 5954.
Why is it taking so much power to taxi? There we go. Yeah, it's like 380 to 400, I think. I always forget. I want to say it cruises around Mach 0.6 to 0.65. Parking brake is not set. Might be because we're super heavy. Casper Ground, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra. We cleared across runway 3?
Clear 7 Tango Sierra, affirmative.
Okay, across runway 3, thanks. Clear left. Go to the right. It's good stuff, Nico. I think your sim's probably got this beat a little bit here, but this ain't too bad.
Solid City Ground, Southwest 156 information whiskey. We're looking to push on to hotel.
Oh, hey. Oh, no, that's not good. As luck would have it, this is actually grass in the sim right now.
Information whiskey.
South 156, Salt Lake Ground, good evening. Push on the hotel. Expect runway
It's okay,
17
we'll
left
improvise.
for departure, 16 left for departure.
Push on the hotel approval. Expect 16 left departure. Southwest 156.
Need to find some new Casper scenery, it seems. A little wet cement, yeah. I hope there's actually a runway out here. Kiwi Hova, how you doing, my friend? As I understand it, your boss is probably okay with what you do and what you want to do. PGDM, Nico. I think there's actually a runway out there, so that's fortunate, even though these taxiways are all missing. At least we got this little strip here to work with. I hope it's not going to be a dirt strip takeoff. Nah, we're good. All right, fixed Casper scenery. Add that to the top of the list. Not sure why this thing's taking so much freaking power to taxi, though. Holy cow. It's all right, though. Oh, you know what? It might actually be because of the out elevation.
125.6.
Yeah, the high elevation might be causing the engines just not to get a bite. Yeah, definitely burning off some fuel. Does the plane have the knobby tires? We got some Tundra tires going. Nam 106, good to see you. Do I have pedals? Yes, I have a joystick, a throttle, and a set of pedals. Tim Brody, good to see you. Tech Claw, welcome aboard. Wrecked in effect, happy Monday.
That's 1052, Seattle approach, good evening, the altimeter 3006, thanks for hotel, expect ILS, runway 34 right approach.
Having spent weeks in the summer assembling the blue lights, it makes me cry to see you smash them. I'm sorry, my friend. All right, coming up on tower here, and then 2065.
And Skywest for the info, once somebody wants to sit down in the back, so it'll be a second.
It's cool. Snowblind, welcome aboard. Why does altitude affect thrust? Because as you get higher, the air becomes less dense.
102 Charlie Foxtrot, Casper Tower, good evening, flight heading 030, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
So as you get higher, the air becomes less dense, so your blades and whatnot get less bite, and it makes it more difficult to like push the plane forward, because the plane's like, it would be, I'm trying to think what a comparison would be.
Ground, runway 16 left, taxi by hotel.
Like, this is an extreme example, but if you think about like running your hand through the air versus like running your hand through water, it's kind of that same idea. Like the air itself is less dense than water, so it takes less effort to move your hand. As a consequence, though, like you can't swim in the air, but you can swim in the water. That's kind of a way to look at it. Casper, go on Eclipse 717, take us here, holding short runway 8.
Air 717 Tango Sierra, Casper Tower, good evening, runway 8, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 8. It's Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra. Plus then, yeah, there's less oxygen in the air,
133.65.
which means the engine doesn't get as much horsepower. I wouldn't have thought this plane would have been so affected by it, but it seems that it is. And we're doing 3 high-altitude airports tonight, so it'll be interesting.
Casper Tower, Skywest for the image for runway 3.
Science! That's right.
Alaska 1052, Seattle approach, good evening at Sounder, clear ILS runway 34 right approach. Scott 5954, Casper Tower, ground delay in effect, you can expect further clearance at 10120 now.
Skywest for the image 4.
Ground delay in effect.
Rear to Charlie Foxtrot, connect departure.
Departure to Charlie Foxtrot.
Now we just chill out and wait.
Air 717 Tango Sierra, runway 8, turn left heading at 030, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 8030, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra.
Air 102 Charlie Foxtrot, Salt Lake, the air correction.
This filter is a new filter on PilotEdge, so this is how, and everybody in X-Plane sounds like this now with the updated plugin. We can talk about it some more once we're up in the air. Lights are set.
Charlie Foxtrot, radar contact.
Cameras set.
3 miles north of the Casper Airport.
Yes.
Altitude
And
8,000.
action. Good. All right, let's go flying.
Air 5 Tango Bravo, connect Denver Center 127.02.
Power set. Airspeed alive.
Cover 9.5 Tango Bravo, Denver Center, good evening.
Flight controls are still a little twitchy.
Your tower Southwest 156 will come out on runway 16 left.
South 156, Salt Lake Tower, good evening. Turn right heading at 295, runway 16 left, clear takeoff.
Right 205, runway 16 left, clear takeoff, United, aircraft Southwest 156.
Air 7 Tango Sierra, connect departure.
Departure, 7 Tango Sierra, we'll see it.
Air 2 Charlie Foxtrot, connect Denver, center 120.47, check in with the heading.
47, 2 Charlie Foxtrot.
Departure, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, 6,400, climbing 14,000.
Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, Casper departure right in.
I did.
Retard.
Alright, let's go autopilot on. Autopilot you on if we need to adjust the sounds.
Charlie Foxtrot, Denver Center, good evening, climb and maintain level 230, clear direct OP. Air 7 Tango Sierra is ready to contact 3 miles north of the Casper Airport, altitude indicates 7,000, climb and maintain 15,000, turn right heading at 070.
07015,000, Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, 17 or 070, there's 15,000. Accelerating out of 200 knots.
Good evening, stand by the Hatter 1 arrival.
Let's change yourself to IAS mode. Oops. That didn't sync. IAS mode 200 knots. There we go.
Alaska 1052, wind established, towers 119.9, we'll stand.
Wind established, 119.9, Alaska 1052.
KF takeoff, gear up, lights are out, flaps are indicated. Taxi light can come off. Up we go. Now we're down to 30 frames.
South 156, connect departure.
Not bad. Air Fubar, thank you very much for your 10 months, man. I do appreciate it. Cheers, buddy.
Solid departure now with 156, 5,300, climbing
Okay.
10,000.
South 156.
Go, Navy, good to see you, buddy.
Radar contact, climb and maintain up level 230 at 0, resume normal speed.
Level 2300, normal speed.
Latest P3D FSX plugin has it too. That's good. I did not know that. Thank you guys for answering Hydro Couch's questions while I did take off. Clocky 180, good to see you, man. How you doing? We'll do Aspen to Denver to catch up with you. Awesome, man. You could even do Colorado Springs. Like Colorado Springs might get you up there quicker. Depending on how fast you are on the departure. Uh-oh.
Air 7 Tango Sierra, connect Denver Center 120.47.
2047, 7 Tango Sierra. My autopilot just shut off? Oh no, 1,000. Wait, no. What the hell was that noise? Can you say again the frequency for 7 Tango Sierra?
1399, Salt Lake Tower, good evening, runway 16 left, turn right heading 295, clear for takeoff. Air 717 Tango Sierra, Denver Center, good evening, turn right direct OB, climb and maintain level 230.
Direct OP 230, we're on the wrong frequency too. Can you say again where we're supposed to be, 7 Tango Sierra?
120.47, sorry about that.
2047, all good.
Scout 5954, runway 3, flight runway heading clear for takeoff.
Runway 3, clear for takeoff, Skywest 954.
2347. That's what the guy in front of me is using. 2047. I'm not entirely sure what that noise was. It's maybe a little worrying. Because it sounded like the autopilot kicked off. We'll do the 73700 when I get back, yes, from Seattle. It'll be in 2 Fridays. I fired it up last night. Did a little flying in it. It's good. It's basically the Zebo but lighter. Sabid, good to see you.
102 Charlie Foxtrot 5186.
Air Fubar, welcome aboard.
220.
This is way more action-packed than Tattoo, man. Ooh, burn. Yeah, it might have been ice is what I'm thinking. Because it happened as soon as we got in the soup there. Kick off the anti-ice now. I'm guessing maybe it was ice, but I didn't see any cast messages or anything like that telling me that there was a problem. Actually, I don't know if this plane has any cast messages now that I think about it. You know, it is what it is. It's not the most complex plane. Doesn't need to be. Not that you'll get in trouble for messing up. You get in trouble if you're messing up repeatedly, making the same mistakes. If you screw up, that happens. Just, you know, correct yourself. That's the biggest thing. The Eclipse does have an auto throttle, yeah. I don't use it in the climb. I use the auto throttle primarily on the descent, but most of the time I'm flying it by hand because the auto throttle reacts really, really slowly. And I just am not a huge fan of the implementation. I don't know if that's true to life with the real thing or if that's like an Aerobask thing or what, but it just doesn't work that well. Had the same thing going through the clouds, pretty sure it was ice. Gotcha. Flying Coleslaw, good to see you, by the way.
Scott 5954, verify 4 miles northeast of the Casper Airport out of 9,200.
Mr. Coleslaw, we still gotta go flying at some point.
5954, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000, continue runway heading for signal.
Autopilot versus icing. New series on Netflix. I like it. They should have a UFO DLC. I think somebody's actually made some UFO type of aircraft. Or add-on planes.
1399, Salt Lake departure, radar contact, on maintain level 230, resume normal speed, procedure at Corver, resume the departure.
P is like school, no harm in making mistakes, just learn from him, act like an idiot, the wrath of Keith will be visited upon you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Keith or Peter? I think Peter's gonna get on your case just as much as Keith will. Ernie the Cat, good to see you, man. How you doing, Ernie? Happy Monday. There's a flying submarine at 11. Is it freeware? Yeah, the Yeepy, that's the one. Yes. A part of me has always wanted to try this thing. Oh, it's not on sale anymore. It's so ridiculous. I feel like Atomic Frog tried to fly it or something on a stream years ago in the old X-Plane 10 days.
Denver Center, Scott was 15, that was 413 for 15.
Scott back for some beers with friends. It's like a good evening. Yeah, dude, Stan, somebody made like a flying saucer for it, which is kind of crazy.
I'm at 51230, Scott was 5954.
It's honestly meant as a learning tool, so you don't have to really be 100%, says NAM106. Just to be willing to learn, own the mistakes when you make them, and ask for help if need be. Agreed. Killer Kovic's good to see you, my friend. I'm doing very well. How are you tonight?
Scott 5954, turn right heading 090.
090.
We're on our way down to Denver.
Air 7 Tango Sierra, climb and maintain level 270, connect Denver Center 133.67.
270, 3367, 7 Tango Sierra.
Air 2 Charlie Foxtrot, what's your plan, Mach?
We'll be at Mach 0.6.
Uh-oh. 3367. Glad somebody's in front of me. I got my slack here. Okay.
Scott 5954, clear direct OP.
Direct OP, Skywest 5954.
Denver Center, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, flight level 227, climbing flight level 270.
Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, Denver Center,
Roger.
Southwest 156, connect Salt Lake Center 128.72.
Are all the planes unlocked or is there an in-game currency? Most of the planes we actually paid real money for.
I'm sorry, 13.
So this airplane that I'm flying right now is actually paid DLC, for lack of a better term. And I believe it's 35, 40, maybe 45 bucks. I forget exactly what the price was. But most of the stuff is paid for. But I mean, there's no like, there's no gamification to this at all. It's a simulator. Like the simulator is meant to allow you to simulate. You know, I did a lot of. I'm a real world pilot. I fly recreationally, and I did a lot of I learned a lot of how to fly an airplane in the simulator here. So It is a lot of what you're doing, but yeah, there's no real game to it. Like, we're just kind of, the point is jump in here and go from point A to point B. Have a good time doing it, or hopefully have a good time doing it.
So 5954, contact Denver Center 133.67.
173.6.
Have you had a look at the release of the 737 Ultimate? I did. I flew it last night.
3367.
Took a peek at it. I was a little bit miffed with their distribution. They require you to register, like they require you to register for Threshold's website, and so you have to fork over your email address and contact information, all that, so that you can go to the download page and are presented with a link to a Google Drive that is over its quota, and you can't actually download it. So the whole thing just kind of like really rubbed me the wrong way. Wow, this guy's busy.
270 Skyline 5954.
Yeah, so that whole thing kind of bothered me. Apparently, like, there's a workaround. I posted a workaround in Discord,
250 proceed with
and WBS52 said it worked for him earlier. Go grab it real quick. I'll paste it in chat. Oh, here's a Reddit post. Was that when I bounced it? Hey, man, don't judge. Brad, I didn't actually bounce it. What happened is, and this is like seriously legit, I got it down to about, I got it down to the 10 call out, and then I got hit by a gust of wind, and I went flying again. And then I came down, I slammed. So like, and I'm sure on the Klein and whatnot, it looked like I bounced it, but yeah, we came down, and then we went flying, went back up, like I was like, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 10, 20, 10, 5, and then down. Like it was, it was a pretty disastrous landing. And I was like, the right wing was way down because I was way compensating for that crosswind into Denver. Like it was pretty wild flight. VNAV was all borked in the 700. Yeah, it was a little aggressive. Like I was on the speed brakes the whole way down. Slick One's good to see you. Shinra Valara, welcome aboard. Brad M, happy Friday, by the way, or happy Monday. Sorry, good to see you, man. Yeah, it was good to fly along. Like that was my first flight in that thing. I jumped in Discord, saw Max was flying. I'm like, oh, I'll just go join him. And then he happened to be flying along with you guys. So I figure, what the heck, I may as well. Aircraft has the quiet Dyson motor compared to the loud Hoover, the Citation. This one doesn't sound too bad. It's a little bit loud when you come outside. It's my only real complaint, but it doesn't sound like a vacuum cleaner in the same way that the Cessna or the Coronado Citation does. This is kind of funky. You can basically see where it gets humid. These weather conditions suck. I love it. KC Flyer, how you doing, man? You were shooting an RNAV approach. Gotcha. McTrying, happy Monday. Glad someone else feels the same way about me at the 700 release distribution. Yeah, it's like, it's tough to complain about it because it is a freeware product. But like, if your consideration is that, hey, like we can't pay for the downloads on this because it's free and donations aren't cutting it, like at some point, you should think about maybe charging for your add-on. I appreciate it being free and that's fantastic, but I don't know. The whole distribution thing, just like, I don't like having to register for random websites. Like I would have been okay with registering for Threshold if Threshold was actually hosting the file. And that was kind of my big peeve out of that whole thing. And John Fez, if you're still here, he summarized my Twitter angst into words quite well. So thank you for that, John. I need to move to GitHub or something. I think the repository might be too big for GitHub, but yeah, they probably need to fire up a torrent. The problem is like people have such negative views of torrents that I don't know if that's gonna work. So we just took off out of Casper. We're making our way down to Denver here. We got about 45 minutes en route, it looks like. And then we will we'll go from there. It'll be pretty quick though once we start our descent. ordered. I'm going flying on Wednesday. Get a little night currency in. Taking one of my friends up for his very first night flight too, so it should be fun. We might even get a little instrument currency too if the weather keeps coming down the way that it looks like it might. Dude, I wish it were Friday, Brad. I mean, I'm off work for a few days. Right, coming into some clouds here. I think I can go map. Nope, it's not info. Map menu. Nope. Oh, weather's already on. Okay. I was gonna say it will show the next rad on here. My first flight at the PPL is Wednesday. Nice, dude. You got something fun planned? I heard you're going on a trip. It depends on what trip you're talking about, Brad. So this weekend I'm going to Seattle by way of, well, I'm going to Portland for the weekend in Oregon, and then I'm going to Seattle for the next week for Microsoft Build. I'm going to be exhibiting out there. And then next month, on the Friday before Memorial Day, I am going to be heading down to New York, hanging out with Mr. Nico and Mr. Max, and I'm guessing probably yourself will also show up. How many vacation days do you get? I don't know. I get 3 weeks time off, and I get some personal days to use here and there. I end up with probably a month to just over a month of vacation. I forget what the exact number comes out to. Taking my two friends to Northern Arizona for breakfast in the Archer. That's awesome, man. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to finally take some friends up. Be like, listen, this is going to be pretty cool. Be ready to answer questions. Be ready to tell them, raise your hand and tell them to shut up. And be ready to, you know, for them to be a little bit nervous if they've never gone out before. But I love taking people up. I think last year I was able to take up maybe a half dozen people all said and done that had never been flying GA before, and it was such a cool experience. Yeah, I'm out of town this Friday, Ernie. I'm leaving. I fly out Friday morning. I fly out to Seattle. So I'm flying. I leave, like, my flight's at 7 a.m. I believe on Friday. And I get into Seattle at 11 or so, and then go from there. Post lunch. Thank you very much for 4 months, my friend. I do appreciate it. Cheers, buddy. I have a huge list of people I need to take flying because I started my PPL 3 years ago. Well, you know, just remember, like, go flying for yourself sometime too, man. Like, if you get the opportunity to, I highly recommend just hopping in an airplane and doing a cross country by yourself. It's such a, like, relaxing and cathartic experience. Like, all right, I'm gonna fly to this airport 60 miles away, grab some breakfast, and then fly home. And the only people I'm going to talk to the entire time are the waitress and whoever's on the radios. I love flying solo. And, like, go up sometime at night solo, because that's really fun too.
We'll get back to you.
Nice but busy. Would not want to miss this opportunity for yourself in New York. Yeah, for sure, dude. I'll bring some beers down with me. I'll bring some beers and some wine down. It'll be a good time. I'm actually... Ooh, hey, I never set standard.
And this guy was 54. We're going to pause for a couple seconds to try to figure out a problem.
Bum, bum, bum.
5954, purpose requested.
The problem is the PPL costs more money than I thought. I'm starting my instrument rating in June, so my instrument rating funds are on the low side. Well, so the thing with the instrument rating, remember, you need to have 50 hours cross-country time. So there's plenty, there's like, you are going to have to bang out some time, you know, on your own to do some of those flights. And, you know, you're not going to, I'd say maybe you could probably count on like 25 hours, 20 to 25 hours of your instrument time being cross-country, but... 7 Tango Sierra Mach 0.63.
2 Charlie Foxtrot, reduce speed Mach 0.60.
0.60, 2 Charlie Foxtrot.
7 Tango Sierra, maintain maximum forward speed for sequence.
Maximum forward speed, 7 Tango Sierra. He's letting me leapfrog ahead? That's kind of weird.
American 1243, descend to maintain 3000, turn left.
Oh, it's because I'm lower than he is, that's why. Like you have to your 50 hours of cross country time, PIC. So like that's your opportunity to really get out and exercise your PPL before you jump into the instrument rating and kind of burn yourself out a little bit. Great time flying to the South Island for a coffee. Oh my gosh, yeah, I can imagine. I imagine the flying in like New Zealand and Australia and whatnot are pretty. It's pretty okay. You're doing 141. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, that changes everything. I should have asked if you're 141 or 61. I don't even know what the 141 requirements are then.
Air Juliet, Mike radar contact loss, 60 miles south of Monterey Airport.
Uh-oh. This one have to go into a hold. You wouldn't have to go into a hold at Denver. Now, Telluride, when we go to Telluride, we might have to do some holds. Because that's going to be a one in, one out scenario. But yeah, I don't expect we'll have to do any holds going into Denver. Those 50 cross-country hours are the only thing standing in the way of my IFR check ride. I have 150 hours of PPO, but not a lot of cross-country. Oh, that sucks, man. We'll just go bang out some cross-country hours, man. There's got to be, like, I'm sure wherever you live in the country, there's places to go grab a bite to eat. Like, that was my thing, is like, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to go to all these places and grab food with my buddies, and I'm going to make sure that every one of them, every time we go somewhere, we land at least 50 miles away. So, like, everything was across country for me. But it kind of got lucky just based on the part of the country where I'm at. Bradbury 234, good to see it. What's the button you've used the least on the dashboard? The button I used the least on this dashboard. Probably, well, the oxygen, we don't really use that much. We leave it on auto. Probably the ice protection. Like, as far as, like, things that we're going to flip and switch regularly, the ice protection is the one that we use the least. Maybe the interior lights, but we don't really use those. I don't know, this is kind of a weird plane because there's not that many, like, there just aren't that many buttons. Like, if you compare this to a 737 or an A320, like, this is peanuts compared to those airplanes. This is all I've seen in the 141 instrument rating course. 35 hours instrument training if the course is for an initial instrument rating. At least 200 miles wrong on airway, ATC directed, routing one segment, flight consisting of this trailing distance 100 nautical. Okay, so yeah, you have to do the long cross country.
American 1243, Phoenix Tower, good evening, winds 240.
You have to do the long cross country and you have to do 35 hours of instrument training. Not the cross. Okay, not having the cross country requirement makes sense. Because you probably make up for the cross country requirement in your curriculum. And I imagine a good chunk of those 35 hours is going to be cross-country anyway.
5954, fly present heading, maintain level 250, when able to reset.
Don't worry about it, Hydro Couch. Well, questions are good.
And
how many people are flying with you right now?
Squawk 6570.
Every one of these airplanes represents a real person flying on the network. These guys over here are all flying on a different segment of the network, so we'll never hear them. However, all of these people out here, okay, all these people out here could potentially be flying, or we could potentially hear them on the radio. So there's four of us going into Denver right now. 5 of us going into Denver right now. Yeah, there's 5 of us going into Denver at the moment, and then there's 3 other guys that are flying somewhere else. One guy's going into Farmington. This guy's going to Boise, Idaho. And he is going to Phoenix from San Diego. So he's just about to land. Oh man, Maximiliano. That's a good name. That's a real good name.
And if possible, would like to direct to Song Sierra Oscar November Golf Echo.
Yeah, the 141 curriculum like has a different approval process because I think you can get your commercial at 200 hours with your with 141 as well. Jojo Bear, good to see you. I don't really know. I didn't do any 141 stuff. It wasn't really for me, but yeah. So I don't know anything about it, other than it exists and people do it all the time. Are you at like ATP or something below minimums? Embry Riddle?
OB and we're getting the arrival loaded.
Something else? Got to get some free time to do a nice flight. It's been too long. How long has it been, Bradbury? Stream is the best place to ask these kind of questions, full of knowledgeable people who will help others and learn and get started in flight sims. I agree. And these Monday streams are the perfect place to come in and ask questions because they're usually a lot more chill compared to the Friday night stuff, which is usually like go, go, go.
No worries.
Is this game free? That's a big negative.
To the ILS,
Champ Joe, welcome aboard. The sim costs $60. The airplane that we're flying is like $40, and the network that we're flying on is $35 a month. Unfortunately, it is not a cheap hobby.
And we have Papa on board. 5 Tango Bravo.
Thanks. Break United 1399 to send by the Spud 3 arrival. You expecting westbound arrival?
Send via the Spud 3 arrival for westbound. United 1399.
There's a demo you can try, yes. 2 months did you last? Oh, that sucks, dude. You gotta get up. Come on.
Skywest 50-4, we got the arrival loaded in.
Stike in here, good to see you.
If able, request higher and break over.
I always watch. I'm a lurker. It's all good, man. I spend way too much time on Twitch, and I almost always lurk. Like, most of my time is spent not saying a damn thing.
Climb maintain flat 290, Skywest 59-4.
And if you're not already, you should be direct OB. I told you to proceed direct
cheap
OB
compared to my cocaine habit. Oof. It's too real.
We're direct OB now, 59-4.
Thank you. American 1243, welcome to Phoenix. Straight ahead on Bravo, right turn when able, join Charlie to ramp this frequency.
I don't think I'm going to actually end up passing that other Eclipse.
Air 5 Tango Bravo, descend to pilot's discretion, maintain 1-2000, Farmington altimeter is 2986.
My goal for PPL is never to lose a day of currency.
Pilot's discretion down to 1-2000.
Well, night currency and instrument currency. Well, instrument currency is a little easier, but night currency is probably the most difficult.
So it's 156.
Especially as we're coming up on the summertime.
133.6.
Like, June, July, August, night currency means I'm going flying at like 9. I'm basically taking off at 9 o'clock at night.
180 vector sequence.
180, 7 Tango Sierra.
2 Charlie Foxtrot, descend to maintain, level 240.
240, 1-2 Charlie Foxtrot.
Skywest 5954, turn right, 180 vector sequence.
390.
Lock, Skywest 59-4.
Skywest 5954, turn right, 180 vector sequence.
180, Skywest 59-4.
Who else is calling?
Giving her all she's got.
161, 390.
Oh, they were asking earlier, so our true airspeed is 380.
Air 401 Tango Sierra, Aspen clearance speed. Clear to the Denver airport by the Lens 9er departure, red table transition, as filed. Climb by the SID.
So we're definitely not doing quite 400.
0 minutes after departure.
Cypher 192, good to see you. Ceremonial Melon, welcome aboard. Q-Flight, welcome aboard. Been out with surgery. Hope you're doing better, man.
Lens 9er departure, red table transition.
I sometimes fell asleep during streams, but never this one. Good to hear. This is the one I think you'd be most likely to fall asleep during. Iowa Scotsman is a pro lurker. Damn straight.
1 Tango Sierra, Rebecca's here.
So the picture of your PC setup, does the 32-inch curved monitor make a better experience? Absolutely, yeah. Yes, I'm super, super happy with it. In fact, let's do...
Air 2 Charlie Foxtrot, resume normal speed.
We can do the tour again.
Normal speed 2 Charlie Foxtrot.
I know we're going to get...
Retard.
Normal...
Tango Sierra, resume normal speed.
Normal speed, 7 Tango Sierra. So let's do this. Doga DR, thank you for 22 months, man. I remember being 22, it was great. It's been a long time, dude. Cheers, man. I appreciate it.
Foxtrot, descend to maintain, level 230.
Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well.
230, 2 Charlie Foxtrot.
Let's see here. Camera thing.
United 1399, departing flight level.
Nothing incriminating on here. Fantastic. So here's if you guys missed it on Friday, this is the new setup of the monitor. So I've got a 16:9 screen in the middle here. Oops. 16:9 screen in the middle for the flight sim. And then on the right side, I've got the notifications and all that good stuff. And then over here on the left side, I've got chat. So I basically have this thing broken up into 3 like distinct virtual monitors. And then over here I have the other monitor that's got just stuff on it.
Air 7 Tango Sierra, proceed direct Rams, descend to maintain 17000, Denver altimeter 3008.
Direct Rams 17008, 7 Tango Sierra.
Who else was calling unanswered?
Sorry, we got to pay attention here now. Pull you up. Nope. Put you away. Go flight plan. Rams direct. Down here. Nav mode. 17,000. Vertical speed. We'll go down at 2,000 feet per minute. Checked.
Air 2 Charlie Foxtrot at Rams, resume the arrival and descent valve.
08.
Rams, resume arrival and descend via.
All right, anyway, that was a quick tour. But yeah, I'm...
Tango Sierra at Rams, resume the arrival, descend valve.
Resume the arrival at Rams, descend via 7 Tango Sierra. I'm a huge fan of this monitor. I absolutely am loving it. And I'm in a better mood now that the sim seems to be running better too. I'm very curious to see how this thing does as we come in, to see if how my tweaking has done. All right, bring the power back. 280 or so. Once you get above like 275, 280, the nose will start pitching up because the X-Plane's like fake stupid little MCAS system will kick in to keep you from over speeding. So I should send here about 270, 275. We could use the auto throttle. Again, I don't really care for the auto throttle. I don't think it works that well. What kind of monitor? I'll link it to you here. I gotta put the links and all that stuff down below, but I'll do that. Try to do that tonight. Remember to, after the stream. It's not really a gaming monitor. We'll put it that way. But this is link. Here's a link to it.
Center, United 1399 descending via the sub 3. West transition.
Not a gaming monitor. It runs the games fine, but it's 60 hertz, which that bothers some people.
2985, United 1399.
It's a hefty price. I got it for so if you check Dell Outlet, I got it on the Dell Outlet store for $650. I definitely did not pay the $1,200 the $1,200 for it. Yeah, it's a good monitor though. I did my first video editing on it this past weekend. That was the main reason I got it, was for video editing, and I was insanely happy with it. It was so nice. It was so nice to edit on. So much space to work with. Like I'm super jazzed. And plus, like video, like I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 4, and Battlefield 4 and like GTA and whatnot all run fantastically on this thing. I'm with you, client side, man. The refresh rate's never... I guess it's kind of an ignorance is bliss sort of moment, because I've never used a high refresh rate monitor, but I'm totally fine with 60 hertz. Like, it works for me. Space Daddy, thank you very much for the bits, man. Cheers, man. I fall asleep sometimes, but due to the dulcet tone of your voice, I approve. I agree, Brad. Battlefield 4 is pretty good stuff.
Air 2 Charlie Foxtrot, connect Denver, approach 120.35.
2035 2 Charlie Foxtrot.
That'll be our next frequency.
Air 5 Tango Bravo, across Rattlesnake, air above 12,000, cleared ILS runway 25 ILS runway 25 approach.
Okay. Denver ATIS is 25.6.
25 approach 5 Tango Bravo X.
Multiple hours.
Air 5 Tango Bravo, report procedure, turn about
VFR departures, contact, clear
Okay, 5 Tango Bravo.
advise on course heading.
1399, connect Big Sky approach 100.6.
Requested. Read backhaul runway assignment and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact.
Connect Denver, approach 120.35.
2035, 7 Tango Sierra.
Air 2 Charlie Foxtrot, Denver approach, being at Denver, altimeter 3008, expect ILS runway 35 left approach.
Yankee.
08 35 left. ILS.
Lights
2 Charlie Foxtrot.
354 radar contact, lost 100 miles northwest of Denver.
1000 overcast. Temperature -1. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3008. Arriving runway 34 left. 34 right. 35 left. 35 right. Departing runway 34 right. 35 left. 8.
Okay, 3207, half mile visibility, 900 broken.
Right from 12.
It might be 1.5 mile visibility.
1399 Big Sky.
We're gonna
approach
pretend that it's
beginning
1.5
1
miles.
2985.
Actually, we can get into a
Expect
half
ILS
mile. We can still shoot the approach.
2985, expect ILS to arrive, 1399.
Never approach Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra 17,600 descending 17,000. We got Yankee. Ace protection comes on.
Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra Denver approach. Good evening. The altimeter 3008. Thanks for Yankee. Expect ILS runway 35 left approach.
08 will expect that 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, let's talk about the ILS 35 left approach into Denver. We're going to tune into 108.5. Did we get to descend via? Yes, we did get to descend via. Let's start with the arrival.
401 Tango Sierra Aspen Tower, runway 33.
Rams is 220 to 17,000, 250 knots. 250. I will use the auto throttle now. That's going to help me hold 250 heading down. And then from there we can start down to 15,000. So we can forget about the altitude here for a second. So 15,000 will be our next restriction after Rams. Okay, so briefing this approach. ILS 35 left into Denver. We're going to tune into 108.5, which is tuned in. Final approach course is going to be 353. Intercept the final approach fixed at 7,000 feet. It's going to be Diamond, identified by 6.9 DME from the localizer. Minimums in this approach are 200 feet AGL or 5,634 MSL. 5, 6, 3, 4 on the minimums. In the event of a missed approach, we're going to climb straight ahead to 10,000 feet, right turn to Gulf Lima Lima, and hold at Gulf Lima Lima. Okay, looking good. That is the approach.
Vectors available if you'd like it.
My computer crashed. I'm sorry, dude. Go Navy, good to see you.
Yeah, not a problem.
Were you SkyWest coming in? I'm guessing you must have been the SkyWest guy. That sucks, dude. Hey, Max. What's going on, buddy? Happy Monday. Is that a citation? Close enough, right?
156 descend by the French 3 round.
Milo 2201, good to see you. Delicia Phelps 69, welcome aboard. Silent Rain, welcome aboard. We are flying over clouds right now. It looks kind of like brown and whatnot because of the because of the time of day. Because it's getting kind of late at night. The golden hour.
1 Tango Sierra, verify flying winds 900 departure. Air 1 Tango Sierra, possible pilot deviation. The procedure calls for a right turn there. You made a left turn off departure in.
Good job, Ian. Oh, I'm sorry, Go Navy. That sucks, man.
1 Tango Sierra, connect departure.
On arrival, when do you do the 360 turn? Well, we're not going to do a 360. We will do a 180 at some point, but we'll get vectored in. So when we get to the end of this arrival, we'll get vectors.
1 Tango Sierra, 10,000.
All right, start down now to 15,000 feet.
Air 401 Tango Sierra, Aspen departure, verify climbing by.
Climbing via, except maintain 10. 1 Tango.
Number 1 Tango Sierra, you were never given 10,000 and you're already above 10,000, so you might want to check your clearance again. Climb and maintain level 200.
200, 401 Tango Sierra.
Air 1 Tango
Sorry,
Sierra, how
Ian.
familiar with IFR flight are you?
I'm fairly familiar, but I'm flying a new aircraft. That's probably what's happening.
I don't. Okay. Climb and maintain level 20.
It happens, man. That's our buddy Ice Servin. He's having a rough go, but it's all right, dude. You'll get into Denver. Damn it, Max. He's gonna persevere and make it in, though.
Bear 5954 Whiskey, request denied. Denver Airport currently IFR.
Uh-oh. Somebody's trying to go VFR in Denver. Jenny, it's good to see you.
Air 54 Whiskey, Roger, standby. Clearance northwest.
I don't think the approach controller was convinced about your with your excuse though. That's why I don't pilot it. Ah, it's okay, man. It's not like it's not. The thing is, it's not personal. It's like, it's. He's trying to help him, you know, figure out what he did wrong. It's never anything personal. All right, take the anti-ice off for now.
Verify 4 Whiskey.
The night lighting up a bit.
6.1, squawk 2, correction 6217.
And once we cross hot, we'll go down to 13,000.
Verify 4 Whiskey 6217.
Everybody's upset. Tango, good to see you, my friend. Oh man, Max. Max, you joining us for the next leg? Denver down to Telluride? We'll get some holds down there. He's just doing his job. It's all educational. Yeah, like I said, it's nothing personal.
1399, contact Boise Tower 118.1.
Boise Tower 118.
All right. Go vertical speed. Nudge that nose down. But in all seriousness, Ian, did you figure out what happened? Did you get home? All right. Driving. All right, man. Well, don't text and drive. Come on, dude.
At 1399, Boise Tower, good evening, winds 290.15, gust 21, runway 28 right, for the left.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You went flying today. Yeah, you have to tell me about it later. Max flew a... How long has it been, Max, since you flew a piston airplane? NYPD confirmed upset. Max, Mr. Citation Max.
Verify 4 Whiskey Centennial, ground runway 17 left.
He's not texting, he's twitching. Confirmed.
Nose 5954, runway 17 left at Alpha 8, taxi bound.
All right, so 13,000 or above at back, 250 knots still. After back, we can start down to 12,000 and then down from there. Voice command, gotcha. VFR direct. Dude, you did VFR direct in the citation, didn't you? I'm onto your ways. I know what's up. $700 downloads is saying you may only download one file per week if you want to download this file after 5519. Dude, I have no idea on that one. That is not the error that I have been seeing. What's my fuel consumption? 143 gallons an hour right now.
2385.
Oh, sorry, 100 gallons an hour. 100 gallons an hour, 90 to 100 gallons an hour. We've got 143 left.
Eclipse 1 Charlie Foxtrot 11,500, sending 11,000.
Air 102 Charlie Foxtrot, Denver approach, flight present heading, descend and maintain 900,000, Vector Alice.
Present heading on 900,000.
B2, good to see you. I think Max's text-to-speech is better than my text-to-speech. Max's text-to-speech is better than my typing. That's saying a lot. All right, we're still 30 frames per second. That's a good sign.
Sure, 1 Tango Sierra, contact Denver Center 1 to 0.47.
2047 for 012. Air 54 Whiskey, continue full length, runway 17 on taxi by Alpha.
How old is this Aerobask plane now? Oh, that's a good question. I want to say it's at least 2 years old, right? It definitely predates all the F-mod stuff. Or they did not. It might have. Was it an X-Plane 10 plane? Honestly, don't remember. I do not remember how old this airplane is. Okay, we'll do 11,000 vertical speed.
Retard.
Down we go. You know what? It was X-Plane 10 because the Skyview was they did not put the G1000 because there was no G1000. So it was definitely an X-Plane 10 plane. Whitey 524, thank you very much for 2 months. I appreciate it, man. Cheers. How did you block 2 Romeo Fox on flight aware? Guess who has access to know where he's at all times? That's right. This guy. All right, high mom is 210 knots, so we'll start slowing her down. We'll slow it down. We'll bring the nose up a touch here, too. And this is the end of our descent.
Air 7 Tango's here, connect approach 123.85.
2385, 7 Tango 0. Denver approach clip 717 Tango Sierra 11,500 descending Molten 3.
Clip 717 Tango Sierra Denver approach order flight present heading descend to maintain 900,000 vector LS.
Present heading 900,000 vectors 7 Tango Sierra.
Baron 5954 Whiskey Centennial Tower, good evening.
9,000.
Hold short runway 17 left awaiting sequence release.
We'll just keep it down 1,300 so feet per minute. Oh, dude, Stan, wait till we come in on approach here, man. Because you haven't seen a lot of the civilian sims. This is going to be beautiful coming into Denver tonight. Like, it's going to be really, really pretty.
Tango Bravo, thank you. Connect Farmington Tower, 118.902.
Because we're about to dip into the clouds here. We're going to be instruments all the way for the rest of the flight.
TBM 915 Tango Bravo, Farmington Tower, good evening, winds 160 at 4.
So we're at Beam Denver right now. Denver Airport is over here somewhere. Still rocking 30 plus, 35 frames per second, so I'm super happy right now.
Turn left heading 080. 080, 3 Drive Foxtrot.
3JFPS is doing its thing. Well, eventually we'll be IMC for the rest of the flight.
25, ILS runway 34 left, runway 34 right,
see if it's still
runway
Yankee.
35 left, and runway 35 right approach in use. Multiple Arnav Zulu approaches in use.
Arnav.
VFR departures, contact, clearance, delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Alpha.
Alpha.
Denver International Airport. ATC information Alpha. 0138 Zulu. Wind 340 at 7.
Air Charlie Foxtrot, descend maintain 7,500.
Snow. Freezing fog. Ceiling 500 broken. 900 overcast.
5954 Whiskey flight runway heading maintain VFR at or below 8,000. Runway 17 left, clear channel.
Altimeter 3007. Arriving runways 34 left, 34 right, 35 left, 35.
Sit rep. 3407. Is it 1.5 or 1/2? That's. Let me check here. 3/4 is what was reported 6 minutes ago. So it's like one. It's 1/2 to 3/4 is what we're looking at. 500 broken. 3007. This is gonna be the real deal.
1399 Boise Tower, taxi to Park by Alpha.
Now we are in it.
Air 2 Charlie Foxtrot, 900 miles to Diamond, turn left heading 010. Maintain 7,500 till assumption of localizer code. LS runway 35 left of road.
Where we're supposed to be. heading mode
Zero
too.
10 and maintain 7,500 chill established and cleared ILS 35 left approach, 2 Charlie Foxtrot.
The soup is on. First flight of the night, yeah.
Air 401.
Yeah, we'll do the arrival. I'm gonna make it daytime then for the arrival into
I'm sorry, did I miss your check?
Telluride.
Air 1
Got some
Tango Sierra,
schmoo
Denver,
at Telluride too.
127.02.
A whole bunch of weather out here.
Air 54 Whiskey, Connect Denver,
Cheek
departure.
puckering time. This won't be that bad. The NDIS, excuse me, the NDIS is on. Thank you. The tower control sim at my university says Alta for Alpha. That's kind of weird. B2, thanks, man. Glad you got your text. Sorry, I missed your message, but I got your text now. Who's worked out? Yeah, we had some crazy ones earlier today too, but it's yeah, it's good. Get the hot start TBM. Already have it.
717 Tango Sierra, turn left heading is 080.
0807 Tango Sierra.
Air 2 Charlie Foxtrot, Connect Denver Tower 133.3, we'll stand.
Okay, so let's switch over to localizer.
Charlie Foxtrot.
And the final approach course is 353.
Departure, Baron 595 for whiskey, 7,400 restricted 8.
353. Okay.
Baron 5954 Whiskey, Denver departure right down.
Ident 5 whiskey.
Air 102 Charlie Foxtrot, Denver Tower, good evening, wind 340 runway 35 left, pedal in. Baron 54 Whiskey, ready to contact 3 miles south of Centennial, traffic 2 o'clock, 2 miles southeastbound, altitude 8,600, type unknown, altitude and verify.
All right.
Baron 54 Whiskey, turn left heading 080.
All right, auto throttle's coming off now. It's gonna be my airplane.
5 whiskey.
Or my throttles, I should say. And we'll set our plug here for 100. That'll be our final approach speed. Forget the flap numbers in this plane. Can I stay down here? Landing gear extension 275. Landing gear operating. No flaps there. Oh, here. Are they on the... No flap speeds there? I don't know. We'll just go for the white arc. It's fine.
Correction, Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra is 8 miles to Diamond, turn left heading 010. Maintain 7,500 or above until established localizer, cleared ILS, runway 35 left approach.
010, 7,500 or above, cleared ILS 35 left approach, Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra.
Baron 54 Whiskey, turn left heading
7,500.
010 5 whiskey.
Vertical speed, down we go. Pull power back, get her slowed up. Let's go for 180 knots. Okay, I've got a glide slope coming in.
Thank you. Left turn Alpha cross.
I don't want the glide slope just yet. I just want the localizer to come in. So let's get ourselves down to 7,500 for the intercept. Get ourselves about 180 knots for now.
Air 7 Tango Sierra, when established, tower 133.3, I'm saying.
Tower, when established, 7 Tango Sierra. See it.
Baron 5 Tango Whiskey, traffic to follow 12 o'clock, 10 miles northbound, and Eclipse at 8.6 for 7.
Beacon off, or now strobe off.
Air 54 Whiskey, turn right heading 0.
Okay, localizer's coming in. Let's go nav mode.
Right 030 5 whiskey.
Nav mode is armed. Should be a capture here in just a moment. Capture. Turn, turn, turn. There it goes. Okay, over to tower. Denver Tower, Eclipse 717, Tango Sierra, ILS 35 left.
Eclipse 717, Tango Sierra, Denver Tower, wind 340 at 7, runway 35 left, clear on.
Little land 35 left, Eclipse 7, Tango Sierra.
Southwest 156.
Okay, 7,500 level off. Let's get a little bit of power in. We're going to watch this vertical, or this glide slope indicator here.
Air 401 Tango Sierra, connect Denver, approach 120.
As it comes down. One above, let's go approach mode. First notch flaps. Okay, flaps for takeoff now.
Southwest
Comes the nose.
156, Denver approach, good evening.
Here's the capture.
On your rollout, fly, present heading, and descend and maintain 9,000 vector Alpha.
Okay, as we head down here, we know the final, or missed approach is 10,000. And straight ahead.
Ground 54 Whiskey cleared into the Denver Class Bravo airspace. Report Denver inside.
5 miles out, we'll put the gear down, we'll get the flaps going.
Denver 54 Whiskey, present heading, joint straight in, runway 35 left.
Okay, we'll do the final approach fix here at Diamond. Gear out. Six miles to go. Flaps full.
Air 401 Tango Sierra. Denver approach, good evening. Verified descending via the Creed 3 route.
Okay, get it on 3 green, flaps down indicated.
Air 401 Tango Sierra, Roger, expect
No speed brakes, no auto brakes.
Air 54 Whiskey, keep your speed up down final, 737 following you in, connect tower 133.3.
600 above.
Southwest 156, turn right 5 degrees, vector sequence.
400 above. Oh, sorry, 500
Denver
above.
Tower, Baron 554 Whiskey is inbound, 35 left, keeping the speed up.
Air 5954 Whiskey, Denver Tower, good evening, winds 340 at 4, runway 35
Okay,
left.
ceilings, lights, my airplane.
35 left, clear to land.
Denver information Bravo, now current altimeter 3007.
Here, lost it again. $400. 200 above.
300.
Minimums, continue landing. Wind shear. Not the most graceful of landings, but it's fine. Okay, let's roll it down.
Air 7 Tango Sierra, welcome to Denver. Left turn, Mike 6, left on Mike to signature this frequency.
Mike 6, Mike signature, 7 Tango Sierra. Bases were 6,000.
Gotcha, thank you. Air 54 Whiskey, resume normal speed.
Normal speed, 54, thank you.
All right. Thought it might be a little prettier coming in there, but the visibility is so low. And it is running fantastic right now. 33 frames per second. The slider's cranked.
Southwest 156, turn left heading 080.
Okay, after takeoff, gear is, or sorry, flaps are up. Lights are set. Adding more power, 'cause this thing takes a lot. Uberbot, how you doing, man? Yeah, dude, we're definitely enjoying the weather tonight. That was a cool approach.
Air 1 Tango Sierra, turn right heading
And a kid to get to see it.
080, descend and maintain 13,000 vector sequence.
Zafenson, welcome aboard. Need some bags in the back. Oh, please, it's not that bad.
080 down to 130.
What can you do with wind shear? Add more power. Potentially determine if you need to go around or not. But yeah, just add power, check your airspeed. In that case, the wind shear was left to right. So it was the wind shifting directions. Yeah, in the real world though, like you might get your wing tossed or something like that. Like I've had my wing just go whoop, up it goes. And it's like suddenly returning.
Southwest 156, descend and maintain 7,500. Air 1 Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 1,000.
Okay, how do we get over here? Taxi light off.
Southwest 156 is 10 miles to Diamond, turn left heading 010, maintain at above 7,500, tall establish on the localizer, clear to Alice, runway 35 left approach.
Just parking here next to the Gulf Stream. In front of this citation. Okay, park brake. And we'll go reverse here. Let's go anti-ice. Beacon, nav.
Retard.
Gens.
Retard.
And 1 and 2. Have them bring the GPU out for us. Bring the GPU! Thank you. Chalk's door.
Southwest 156, one established, tower 133.3, we'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Denver. We made it. Bradbury 234, thank you for 8 months, man. I do appreciate it. Cheers, but it is pretty nuts, isn't it? Tokyo Drift. Yeah, baby. You should have a camera facing the joystick. I promise you it's a lot less interesting than it looks.
Number 1 Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 9,000.
KDEN's got to be a pain to fly into IRL. It's just open planes out there. That's, yeah, there's the taxi, there's a lot of taxiways, but it's actually pretty straightforward compared to something like O'Hare. Or, like Midway's pretty weird. Boston's pretty weird. Like there's a lot of crazier airports out there. Denver's just big, and there's a lot of it. Is that snow or rain? Yes.
Air 54 Whiskey, welcome to Denver. Sierra up there on Mike 4, right turn.
Right. Pop 4 Whiskey made it in. Southwest 156 coming in, and then we got 1 Tango Sierra leading up the rear. Oh, he got off pretty quick. Oh, he's in the Baron. Okay. All right. Go check out the Freemason statue. Do they have... I don't even think I've checked to see if they have a statue in the scenery. Let's see. We follow the highway out. Right there. Oh, yeah, it is there. No kidding. I never came and looked for Lucifer. The eyes aren't glowing, though, so it's not quite the same. All right, let's change time of day. We'll do the next flight in the daytime. There you go. Lucifer's pretty low res, but it works.
156 is on the island, runway 35 left, clear start, flight call.
South 156, Denver Tower, runway 35 left, clear to land, wind 340 at 7.
I'm running FS Global Real Weather.
Air 1 Tango Sierra, turn left heading is 070.
All right, folks, I'm going to step away for a second here. We're going to get queued up for the next flight. We'll get going here in a second. If you're taking off, thanks for stopping by. If you're sticking around, we'll see you here in a couple of minutes to head down to Telluride. Be right back. Why is the ground like that? It's the blowing snow. Like it's supposed to represent blowing snow, but it's not done particularly well. It's definitely one of the weak points of the sim. Right back.
Tower 1 Tango Sierra, 10 miles to Diamond, turn left heading 010. Maintain at or above 7,500 until establishing the localizer cleared. Alice, runway 35 left approach. Air 53 Lima, clearance available, advisory to captain. Thomas 156, welcome to Denver, straight ahead on Mike, where are you going into the ramp?
All right.
Straight ahead on Mike, we're going in Charlie, you're out of the ramp.
Southwest 156, right here, Mike 10, Charlie.
Let us plan a flight. KDEN. Oh. KDEN. KTEX.
Roger, thank you. Air 2753 Lima, clear to the Olympia Airport via direct McCord, Tango, Charlie Mike. Direct, Apoyo, Oscar.
Rocky HBU
Oscar,
ETL.
Uniform, direct. Maintain 4,000. Departure frequency 120.4. Squawk 5412.
All right, we'll file that. Okay. Rocky 4 HBU, 227 miles, so we'll go to about 22,000.
Retard.
Let's just go to 20. Yeah, 20,000.
24 Alpha Sierra, IFR to Telluride with Elmo.
Okay, plates, close you. Add that, close. Add Denver airport diagram. What did I say we were flying? The Rocky 4.
Denver Tower, November 401, Tango Sierra, ILS 35 left, just approaching Demon.
Telluride. Imagine we're going to fly the RNP Zulu. Or the RNAV Zulu. Otherwise, it's going to be the localizer. Localizer could be fun coming in there. And we'll put the airport diagram in as well. Okay. Tech Claw, thanks for 28 months, man. Appreciate it. Wow, 28 months goes by fast. Yeah, no kidding, dude. I can't believe it's been 28 months since like this whole partnership thing happened. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. And Paddle Out here for 9 months. You get to name the baby. Keeping my flight sim comfort food stream alive. Thanks, Ty and everyone. Oh, tier 2 as well. Paddle Out, thanks for the tier 2 sub. And thanks for the 9 months, dude. I really do appreciate it. Cheers. You get to name the baby. All right. Space Dandy, by the way, happy Saturday. Or happy Monday. Whatever day today is. Where did Saturday come from? Billy Shears, good to see you. Austin Wilkins, welcome aboard. Good to see you, buddy. You controlling tonight? Is this you right now? I can never grab your voice on comms.
Retard.
2 Zulu Mike, good to see you, man. Thanks for the 13 months support. I do appreciate it. Cheers, buddy. All right, let's go file. We'll get out of here. Ian's gonna come in here at some point. Visibility's definitely improved already. Sierra EA50, Slant Lima, 380 on the speed, KDEN, KTEX, 20,000. And Rocky 4, HBU, ETL, direct. HBU is that Mile High? Oh no, it's down here. Blue Mesa VOR. All right. Not entirely sure this is what we're going to end up flying out of here, but we'll see. We'll see if they give it to us. Vector departure. Okay. All right, that's filed. Thank you guys for sticking around. Welcome for the second flight. Or welcome to the second flight, I should say.
Air 2753 Lima, Seattle departure released for departure clearance one
Hop in.
50230.
Excuse me?
Time now 0222. Change to advisory frequency is approved, reported 1 on course.
I turned the smoke on. Actually, I want to open the doors. We're gonna kick some people out of here. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Just me. Just me in a light plane this time. All right. Close the doors. Got rid of the family. That's good. Okay, parking brake is set. Everything else is good. Beacon on. Nav light on. Start. All right. H2 spooling up. Looks good. Definitely playing while we're at it. Did I change the time? Yes, I made it daytime. Had enough trouble naming my own offspring. I don't think we'd be deciding down to the wire trying to leave the hospital. These things happen. This is a place where my wife and I guess, lucked out because we had both names picked out prior to even knowing what the gender was. Like, we had agreed upon the female and the male name. At some point, I get to tell my daughter what her male name was going to be. That'll be a fun one.
Clearance to Telluride with the Addons.
Is 158 gallons enough? Yeah, it should be plenty. I don't know. Actually, you know what? We're going to put a little more gas in there. Nope, never mind. 158 gallons it is. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to turn this off. So I want to add... I'm just going to top the tanks off because I have no idea what I need. And we'll start engine number 1. While number 2 is spooling itself down. Hyper-realism. The most realistic of realism here. Tuesday, Mike, good to see you. Has anyone flown to Coronado Premier yet? I have not. We are going to be checking that out here in 2 weeks, I think. We got to check out the 737-700 Ultimate. And we have to check out the Premier by Coronado. There's the Epic. Got that sucker down pretty good. All right. You come on. And then you. Kevin Lister, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. Not working until tomorrow morning. Lima Mike is on right now. Gotcha. Well, good to have you here, Austin, on your day off. Your evening off, I guess.
Retard.
Dustin C., thanks for 13 months support, buddy. I appreciate it. Cheers, my friend. Too big for text, 5-4 whiskey. I don't know what that means. Oh boy. MD-80 is going to be interesting into text or Telluride, but I think you can do it. Just so you guys know, whoever's going down to Telluride, be ready to fly a hold. If you cannot fly a hold, you're going to have a bad day. Okay, that's set. That's done, that's done.
That's
good.
3720.
3720, like the previous 5 whiskey.
54 whiskey, repeat.
Alright, let's grab Denver radius real quick.
3007. Arriving runways 16 right, 16 left, 17 right, 17 left. Departing runways 16 left.
Denver just
17
flipped.
right, 825. ILS runway 16 left, runway 16 right, runway 17 left, and runway 17 right approach in use. Multiple Arnav Zulu approaches in
Arnav.
use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested.
Water or
Read back
vodka?
all
Water
runway
tonight.
assignments and hold short instruction. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Bravo.
Bravo.
Denver International Airport. ATIS information Charlie. 0217 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 2.5. Few clouds at 400. Ceiling 1,100 overcast. Temperature -1. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3007. Arriving runways 16 right, 16 left, 17 right, 17 left. Departing runway.
Advise on initial contact. You have ATIS information Bravo. Denver International Airport, ATIS information Charlie. Oh. That's probably not as funny as I'm making it out to be. But I got a chuckle out of it. Alright, clearance 1875. Real world ATIS messages this long? Oh yeah. They're endless. ATIS is just Keith messing with you again. Yeah. Keith is haunting us. They have a clearance. Good evening, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra IFR Telluride.
Air 53 Lima traffic, 11 to 12 o'clock, 3 miles northbound, altitude indicates 3,500, type unknown, altitude unverified.
Better move fast, might be Echo in 5 minutes. No kidding, dude.
Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, Denver, clearance, cleared to the Telluride Airport, Rocky 4 departure, Blue Mesa transition, then as file. Pilot maintain 10,000, I expect follow 200, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.1, squawk 4227.
Clear Telluride, Rockies 4, Blue Mesa as filed, 10,000 departure 200, then 10, departure 126.1, squawk 4227, Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra.
Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra, readback is correct, you can expect 17 right for departure.
Lovely.
Ugh. 1550 Oakland Center, good evening.
It's going to be a long taxi up there. All right, let's get this thing programmed in real quick. It's going to be an easy one.
Possible runway.
KDEN. Insert departure.
4 whiskey, you can expect 17 right.
7 right.
17 right, 5 whiskey, thank you.
Rockies 4 to HBU. And then ETL.
Delta 1550.
Oh, no.
207.2 on that lower for you here in about 7 miles. Air 53 Lima, additional traffic, 12 o'clock and 10 miles.
Nobody saw that.
Direction altitude indicates 3,300. As soon as you get past that traffic, I'll start you down.
All right, got that. Good. All right, come down here. Go to transponder. Oh, actually, we can do that up here. Never mind. Disregard. Transponder 4227. Alt. Enter on. 4227 confirmed. Ground for 17 right, 2185. And then tower over here is going to be 33.3. Okay. Launch flaps, flight controls.
Denver Tower,
Park brake
GBF
off.
24 Alpha Sierra, short of 17 right, ready to go.
Whoever's in the MD-80, you want to go first or you want me
Denver Tower,
to?
fly runway heading runway 17 right, clear to go.
Runway heading, 17 right, clip of takeoff, 24 Alpha Sierra.
Delta 1550, descend and maintain 12,000, connect Fresno, approach 100.6.
Guess I'm going. Alright, let's do one refresh on the weather here. Forced to get whatever's the latest. It's like it's drifting, but not without enough randomness. Yeah, it doesn't look very good. Like I said, the blowing snow effect is pretty weak. Everground, good evening. Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra signature with Charlie for taxi, please.
Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, Denver ground, runway 17 right, taxi by Mike.
17 right, Mike, 7 Tango Sierra. High-speed taxi confirmed. It's whiskey. Come on. I'm sorry,
Denver,
Max.
Denver ground.
Charlie's what they said, not whiskey. We missed whiskey.
Like taxi from signature with Charlie.
The weather has changed like 8 times since we left Cheyenne. Or sorry, Casper.
72, descend and maintain 4,000. And if you get an approach request, go ahead with it. Otherwise, you can expect a visual at 29 left, or correction, 29 right.
Taxiing at 30 knots, because why not?
Delta 1550, roger, flighting 31.
Southwest Eclipse confirmed.
320, vector to file. 53 Lima, traffic no factor, descend and maintain 2,700.
What's my favorite GA aircraft for X-Plane 11? You're looking at it. I love this Eclipse.
Somebody else is calling for taxi.
Jaron W, good to see you. Mr. Flamenco, welcome aboard.
Whiskey, signature taxi Charlie.
Take it easy, Declaw. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Denver ground, runway 17 right, taxi by Mike.
17 right, Mike, 5 whiskey.
Clear takeoff, taxiway, Mike. Yeah, not far from the truth.
At your 11 o'clock for 38 miles.
Because it's like a 2-mile long taxi, even from Signature, just to get down to the end of this runway. It takes forever.
Seattle, Barents, Alaska, 1064. We have information, kilo clearance to Las Vegas.
We aren't quite fast enough to pull back and get a result, but we're not far from it.
Departure 24 off Sierra.
Who's calling for clearance?
Alaska 1064, Seattle to Vegas.
Alaska 1064, clearance on request.
Alright, coming up on Mike 10. Switch over to
Denver
tower.
departure, TBM 24 Alpha Sierra,
Departure's 26-1.
7,800 for 10.
TBM 24 Alpha Sierra, Denver departure, radar count.
Holy crap, dude. Max, thanks for gifting the 20 subs, man. I do appreciate it.
30.
Cheers, everybody. Everybody say thanks to Max for getting a sub. Thank you very much, dude. I really do appreciate it.
Number 24 Alpha Sierra, leaving 9,000, turn right, direct Baylor on course.
I'm going to turn the subloader down just a little bit.
And direct on course 24 Alpha Sierra.
Retard.
All right. Thank you again, dude. I really appreciate it. How many times am I going to say that? We got to go flying, though. Denver Tower, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, holding short 17 right.
Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, Denver Tower, fly runway heading, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 17 right, runway heading, 7 Tango Sierra.
Air 53 Lima, this is 8 miles to Apoyu, turn left heading 200. Maintain 2,700 until 7.
All right, lights are set. Let's get the anti-ice on for this. Lights. Camera. Spotter's good. Frequency's good. Action.
1550, turn left heading 310.
All right, let's go flying. Thank you again, Max.
Denver Tower.
All right, here we go.
Number 595 for whiskey, 17 right.
Power set.
Air 595 for whiskey, Denver Tower.
Airspeed alive.
17 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 17 right, 5 whiskey.
Positive rate. Gear coming up.
Air 53 Lima, turn right heading 210 to join.
Let's go flaps in. Flap button's still broken. We'll start accelerating to 200.
7 Tango Sierra, connect departure.
Depart, 7 Tango Sierra, see ya.
Yep.
Denver departure, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, 6,900, climbing 10,000.
Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, Denver departure, radar contact, climb and maintain level 200.
Level 200, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra.
Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra, leaving 900,000, turn right direct, Baylor on course.
Out of 900,000, direct Baylor, 7 Tango Sierra.
I'm sorry, I said wrong, Baylor.
Baylor, 7 Tango Sierra, that makes sense. To be fair, I guessed.
I was pulling the chart up. Air 53 Lima, when established, Olympia Tower 124.4, we'll sail.
Okay, tower 1 established, 53.
Alpha 1550 has field site.
Wait till we cross Niner.
1550, clear visual approach, runway 29 right.
Clear visual 29 right, 1550.
What program am I using for ATC? We are on PilotEdge.
18.2, see ya.
PilotEdge.net. All right, there's 200 knots. We can do right now, direct to, direct to Baylor, and then nav mode, and we'll do another direct to as we make the turn here. Once we start getting a little closer to the actual turn point. Ooh, hey, there's some weather up there. Not in our path though. Okay, gears up, lights are out. Anti-ice to go.
Alright, multiple aircraft there. Sorry, I heard Delta 1550 Fresno Tower, wind 300 at 8, runway 29 right, clear the way.
There's another direct to. That'll get us actually direct to now.
Welcome.
Should leave the landing lights on. Looking good. Max, thank you once again, man. I really appreciate it. Mr. Flamenco, thanks for the bits. Appreciate them as well. Cheers, buddy.
305 is clear to the Albuquerque Airport.
Hurricane Alpha, welcome aboard.
Zappa, transition and file. Climb by the SID, expect level 34010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.1, squawk 5251.
Right. But just in my first flight on PilotEdge today was nerve-wracking. It's crazy, isn't it, man? Like, you wouldn't think it would affect you as much as it does. Like, even today, there are times when I log on here and go to fly, and I like have to like psych myself up for it. And I'm probably one of like the top 15 or 20 people in terms of overall number of flights flown on this network. Oh, there's the breakout, man. Oh, yes. Yes. That moment when you get out of the weather.
Champion Air 1, Springs clearance clear to the
Playwright
Airport via the
actively avoiding the Cat 10. The Cat 10's not too bad. It's stressful, but it's not too. It's doable.
Climb and maintain 10,000. Expect level 200 minutes after departure.
I get more nervous on PilotEdge than I do IRL.
124.0.
Yeah.
Squawk 5.
I still get a little nervous at IRL keying up. I haven't flown for a while, but PilotEdge definitely helps take care of those nerves for me.
Champion Air 1, reback is.
Should get a frequency change. Excuse me. They fixed the terrain oh no, I guess they didn't.
54 Whiskey Connect departure.
Unless that worked earlier and I just didn't notice.
Given departure.
It's the IFR stuff that'll be super interesting. How do you mean, Tango?
Air 4 Alpha Sierra, turn right 8270 vector sequence, connect Denver Center 1.
Oh, the I ratings. Yeah. I just finished up my I-11 a couple of weeks ago.
And then Denver Center at 12.
It was definitely a bit nerve-wracking.
Affirmative.
Here we go. Made it through it all. Everybody say thank you again to Max, who got a sub.
R2753 Lima Olympia Tower, runway 17, clear for the option. The Champion Air 1, call for taxi. Champion Air 1.
Gonna get a level off here in a second.
Runway 35 left, taxi mile.
think we'll be able to kill the anti-ice here in a few minutes. Oh, man, I love flying out of Denver. Corrected effect. Thanks for the bits, man. I do appreciate it. Thanks for the stream. Awesome as always now. Cheers, my friends. Thank you. Sorry, I think it's time for a new mixer pretty soon. Doesn't it go? Oh, 200 is my final altitude. That's right. I keep sitting here thinking, man, I'm going to get higher than 200 at some point, right? It's like, no, actually, I'm not, because that's what I filed for my top. I'm smart. All right, we're going to get rid of the anti-ice now. We're looking good.
Therefore, officer, procedure, Baylor, resume the departure.
Somebody out there. All right, I think we can take this up to about 270. We'll see what that gets us for speed. 117 gallons an hour right now.
So 1616, the Reno clearance request.
We're burning a lot of gas.
Standby, it's going to be a minute. Air 4 Office Sierra Connect Denver Center 127.
Dude, Kevin, it's my favorite plane. It really is.
Every Tango Sierra Connect Denver Center 127.02.
2702, 7 Tango Sierra. Like it flows so well. It's so easy to use. I love flying this thing. I'll gush about it every single time I take it up.
Turn right heading 27 at 0, climb and maintain, level 23 at 0, vectors for your climb. Not heading 270. Champion Air 1, connect departure.
Can you put the flight plan in the flight plan? I think you can store the flight plan somehow. I've never tried to.
Champion Air 1, Springs departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 1.
Al Dog, good to see you, by the way. Happy Monday. RC Flyer, welcome aboard, sir. Denver Center, Eclipse 717, Tango Sierra, flight level 200.
Eclipse 717, Tango Sierra.
Retard.
1550, welcome to Fresno, straight across runway 29 left into the ramp by Alpha Lucia.
Corrected effect, thanks for gifting the sub to Professor Jedi. Very first sub, Professor Jedi, thank you very much. Welcome both you guys, or welcome to Beer of the Month Club, and cheers to both you guys.
Air 54 Whiskey Connect Denver Center 13.
Haven't even been on PE since updating the software. Oh man, the voice codec changes everything with this network. Like it makes it so freaking good. Can you put it in the 750? Oh yeah, you can do that.
Denver Center 5954 Whiskey is flight level 200 for 23.
I'm just a lot less familiar with how to use this thing. But yes, you can put it in the 750 and the 650. I just prefer using the Dynon stuff. I see what you mean.
Papa Whiskey, need a fix again?
Collins Echo Tango Lima.
Excuse me.
Is that on the departure, Papa Whiskey?
It is not. Procedure at Collins Echo Tango Lima. Advise.
Echo Tango Lima, Papa Whiskey.
Champion Air 1, turn left direct at Cones. Climb and maintain, correction, good rate up through 15, please. Champion Air 1, connect Denver Center 127.02.
I'm curious to
Champion
try.
Air 1, good evening, sir. 14 for 16, hustling through 15.
Yeah,
Three Lima Whiskey published, Mr. Approach, connect departure.
There we go. Champion Air.
Champion Air 1, Denver Center, good evening, climb and maintain level 220.
What the hell is he flying?
Alright, 20 is the final, copy that, Champion Air 1.
And 22, please.
Oh, he's at a 727.
1, got it.
Lovely. Any IRLs if that's coming in the future? Yes, I'm hoping to.
And we're not picking up cones yet. Can we get a heading
Oops.
to join?
Watch your speed, Ty. I'm gonna take some footage with me to Seattle, and I'd like to cut a video for IRL stuff if I have time too. But I will. I do. Yes, I do want to get some IRL stuff out. I have footage for 2 flights right now.
Enable direct cones, Champion Airone. Thank you. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have GPS. Sorry.
One of them is from last. One of them is from last year, going into Burlington, Vermont,
275.
and the other one's going into a small untowered field earlier this year. So, I'm hoping to put it all together. Oh, hey. Okay, ice.
Number 53 Lima's radar contact 3 miles south of Olympia. Altitude indicated 2,300. The Olympia altimeter 3005. Report established and holding and advised intentions.
You're getting tossed around.
Air 53 Lima, roger. Established and holding.
Holy cow, man. Okay, we made it through that.
One turn right heading at 240. Enable direct comms.
Alright, right turn. Okay. Just confirm, you said 160, now we're 240?
I did. I read the mileage. You're 160 out.
Who here flies IRL?
Alright, right turn 240.
I do.
Champion Airone.
The race to ETL. Dude,
my mistake,
you got 3 big-ass engines and cruise at Mach 0.9er. I don't. I think you're going to win. Steve Dunn, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. You're spilling your drink. I can't do anything about that. Cannot do anything about the spilled drink.
And 540, can you...
Below Minimum just got his PPL on Saturday.
ETR Echo Tango Lima.
There 54 Whiskey, it'll be
our flight
Echo
plan
Tango Lima, cones
miraculously misses all of these pockets of weather here.
Cones direct, thanks, 5 Whiskey.
There 54 Whiskey, Rebecca is correct.
Showing a half an hour to get out there. Plus whatever holding time we're going to have.
Here will be off frequency for a few minutes.
Gotcha.
Because the holds will be real.
127.02, 5 Whiskey.
Jared W's a student pilot. Awesome, man. How far along are you? Uberbot says he's an ATP. I think he's lying.
Flight level 240.
Number 5954 Whiskey, Denver Center.
Poggy Woggy. Hey, so Summit finally quit playing GTA roleplay. I wonder if that means Moon's gonna stop soon. Move on to something else. I'm a little tired of the whole RP thing. Dude, Aspen would be freaking awesome right now. Look at the weather there. They're getting hammered. Where's the weather for them? There it is. Aspen 111 or 11.
Tango Sierra, we will proceed direct cones. Echo Tango Lima direct.
Okay, Echo Tango Lima direct 7 Tango Sierra. All right, so direct Echo Tango Lima. Interesting. What is the OAT? Minus 15 right now. Made it to the end. Town voting and debate is done for a couple of weeks. Did you win this show not found? Happy Monday, man. It's good to see you. You did what you think is best for the town, and that's all that matters, okay? Everybody's a winner in our eyes. Something like that. I don't know. My side always wins. There you go. That's the spirit. Clear skies and raining or snowing here. At least we're not flying through that crap. Hoping to do some IFR stuff this week. If you weren't an hour away, I would offer to come be your safety pilot at some point.
Center 24 officer back on comms.
Number 24 officer, Denver Center, roger, proceed direct cones.
If you ever want to meet up somewhere, I'd be more than happy to go up and be a safety pilot, though, if you want to go that route. I'm trying to build hours towards my commercial rating, so I'll whore myself out to anybody as a safety pilot. I should have gone flying tonight. I probably should have, yeah. I'm going up Wednesday night, Max. It's not going to be as smooth on Wednesday, but I think it's still going to be okay. Celtic Arms, welcome aboard. Finally made a stream. Good to have you here. Hope you're doing well. 122 Victor uniform. Good to see you. We got the late crew coming in now. If you're just tuning in, we are on our way down to Telluride. Took off out of Denver. The weather has been
7 Tango Sierra, connect Denver Center 118.57.
1857, 7 Tango Sierra.
Champion Air 1, connect Denver Center 118.57.
1857.
Weather has been questionable all evening so far. Denver Center, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, flight level 200.
Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, Denver Center.
Champion Air 1, flight level 220.
Champion Air 1, Denver Center.
Get the call sign right, or Max is going to call you out on it. You're in Indiana. Where are you at? Have we had this conversation, Victor Uniform? Where are you at in Indiana? Kelso Kid, welcome aboard. What was my out-the-door cost for the PPL? $11,000 or $10,500. So my all in, everything I spent was about $10,500.
Yeah, 305.
I could have cut that by maybe $500 in various ways by, like, you know, not buying if I hadn't bought a GoPro, if I hadn't bought headsets and all that stuff, I could have cut that down a little bit. But yeah, 10.5.
So 1616 split at the San Francisco airport.
I can pull the spreadsheet out if you like.
6 departure, Merlet transition.
Because I tracked every single cost.
Climb via the SID. Expect flight level 300 minutes after departure. Departure with NorCal on level 9.2. Squawk 6112. Zephyr 6.
How about I just link to it? I'll link to it and we'll call it a day. What is my Mach number? 0.59er. Literally giving her all she's got.
So 1616, please read back your full clearance.
As a CFI, the cheapest I've heard is $6K. I mean, was that the all-in cost, or was that the cost of just the flight portion?
Back your entire clearance.
Amtrak man, good to see you. My day's going pretty well, dude. How are you doing? Yeah, I mean, the actual flying portion of everything was like maybe $7 grand. The flying and the CFI costs. But when you account for getting my medical, you know, taking the test, buying all the supplies, taking the written exam, all the training material, everything else, like, yeah, it was just over 10 grand. But the thing I linked there, that spreadsheet.
All right, so 1616, let's try this again. Cleared to the San Francisco airport.
That literally is every single cost I had for my flight training. Every lesson I had is over here. Every cost I had is here in the middle. $7,700 was my all-in. It was my flying and instruction cost, though.
Departure frequency with NorCal departure on 119.2. Squawk 6112.
Thanks for gifting the sub to Amoranth once, Nico, Papa. Cheers. I think I know who that was. Actually, you know what? It could have been one of like 3 different people. So I ain't gonna go there.
So
thank you very much, whoever did that.
I believe that was
Aeron's neutral. Good to see you. Did mine for $3 grand. Admittedly, it was 25 years ago. Yeah.
To transition, rest of readback, I believe.
Things are a little different back then, right? That guy from California. Good evening. Good to see you. Flight time ground school headset, gotcha. Okay, for 6K. Yeah, that's pretty good. But then it's like another, you know, it's probably what, $150 for the medical. It's another like $500 for the, or $120 for the written exam, $500 for the practical exam, or for the check ride. Like that stuff all adds up pretty quick. Insurance costs, you know, it was $500 of insurance I ended up buying that I actually didn't have to buy. I bought it for one flight. But at least I had it. The Celtic Arm says the most annoying thing now is going to a 141 school without a fleet. Ooh. Is it a 141 with like one plane? A pack of smokes for 50 cents 25 years ago. Yeah. $700 for your check ride? Holy cow, dude. I think mine was 400 and I think my IFR was 450 if I recall. Amtrak man's going flying tomorrow. Nice, dude. Where are you flying? What are you doing? Mr. Flameco, take it easy, man. Have a good night. For anybody wondering, we're about 20 to 25 minutes out, it looks like. CPL rides are like $700. Yeah, I guess it depends on where you're at. The guy I go to up in Maine's pretty cheap. But I know if you go do your test down in New York or whatever, it's going to be a lot more expensive. Oh yeah, and then you go to Phoenix where the DPEs can fleece you. Toasted Donut, gonna see it. Got a stage check for the IR 141 on Wednesday. Probably gonna get weathered. There's a bit of irony getting weathered out of a instrument stage check, isn't there? Like, I understand why it happens, but it doesn't make it any better.
R2753 Lima, Roger. Advise when you're ready for load.
Flying Seminole from Ohio State to Boston tomorrow. That's awesome, man. Well, wave at me when you're coming in on 22 left.
5 Whiskey, need to step away for 1 second.
There, 5 Whiskey, cleared for back.
Do you? Oh no, I'm assuming you must be in flight school here at Ohio State. I was gonna say, do you own the Seminole? Easy way to build time, I guess. Wintry mix, freezing rain in the forecast. Yeah, I ran into that a bunch of times because I did. I was wrapping up my flight training in during the winter time. Like I basically wrapped up I finished up my actual flight training in November, and then took the test in January. And there were certainly a couple of times where it's like, yeah, it's not going to happen just because of like the weather's so bad. But it's all like icing. Like you can't do anything about icing unless you're Fiki equipped. But I wouldn't. I don't think I'd even go do a check ride Fiki equipped in icing conditions, because that might make the DPA say, huh. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, that also does sound expensive too. Uncle's plane flew down today. We're heading back up tomorrow. Nice, man. You get to log any time? Get some of that juicy multi-time in? Hoping to get IFR current again. Didn't do any IFR over the winter because of icing. Now that it's getting warmer, hopefully I can change that. Yeah.
Center 5
I logged my very first approach last week.
5 Whiskey.
Last Tuesday, my wife and I flew out to, it ended up being Keene, New Hampshire. But on the way back, I was able to log my first approach. I was pretty proud of myself at that one. I've had 2 days of flying now. Actually, the last 2 times I've gone flying would have gotten scrubbed if had it not been for my instrument rating. So that feels really good.
Champion 1, thank you. Advise when you have the weather at Telluride, you're going to be number 1. And approach question, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing forms indicated. And
6 months of no IFR. So if you bump out of IFR currency, you have 6 months where you cannot fly IMC, but you don't have to do an IPC yet. The IPC is if you're 12 months out of if you're past your 6 months and then you're past the next 6 months. So if you're 12 months out of currency.
Champion Air 1, you can expect that.
Thank you.
Okay, 1307, 10 miles, drizzle, scattered 2000, broken 3800, overcast 6000.
Air show traffic at your 8 o'clock for 2 miles, AD80, F level 240.
Keep an eye out for him, 7 Tango Sierra. You tell me they're faster than me?
Coast speed.
5 Whiskey 0.65, we're trying to go as slow as we can.
Showing 350 across the ground for both of you.
Retard.
Yeah, they're all going to be a little faster than we are. Giving her all she's got right now, though. Creamers! Thank you very much for your support, man. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Cheers, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday.
Center Champion Air 1.
Go ahead, sir.
You don't have maps for the vectoring for the Loke 9er, do you?
No, I have to do it from cones.
Say it again?
I have to do it from cones. I don't have the vector lines.
You don't have the vector lines? All right, thank you.
Not sure if they exist due to the terrain. I may be mistaken.
So what, they would just clear someone from cones then for the Loke 9er?
Yeah, I think everything cones came up.
We're gonna be holding at cones for a fair bit.
Yeah, I would vector you out to a 90-degree intercept for cones. Looks like every approach there starts at cones.
All right, can we request that, please?
Champion Air 1 fighting 250, vector to cones, descend to pilot's discretion, maintain.
Okay, we'll probably expect the same.
All right, right turn 250 down to flight level 200, Champion Air 1.
Unless we can get down below this stuff. So they're reporting 1307, 10 miles, drizzle, scatter 2000, broken 3000, overcast 6000.
Air 905 Tango, Bravo, Farmington ground, clearance on request, copy on.
So 3800 foot ceilings. Put away the radar for a second. Telluride Airport is 9,000 feet, so if they can get us down to 13,000, theoretically we could do a visual approach in there. I guarantee you he cannot get me down that low, though. So
Air 54 Whiskey South.
We'll shoot ourselves out to
I
cones.
would send a 5T, we sped up, didn't realize we were climbing.
If we're below the clouds, I'll go ahead and cancel an IFR and then head into Telluride. Otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, we're waiting and flying an approach, depending on wherever we're at in the sequence. I see three of us right now that are heading in. Yeah, 3 of us heading down there right now. Or no, 4 of us. Sorry, because one of them stacked on top of me. So there's one TBM behind me that's going to be a no factor. There's an MD-80 above me, and then there's a 727 that's out ahead. So I'll probably be the last one of the 3 here, and then that TBM will be after me. Up and left. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna see him, man. Where are you at? Let's do back PFD TCAS. Yeah, you're up there. You're up there somewhere. Oh, there you are. Found the MD-80. That's a real person flying a real fake airplane.
On 1550, Fresno clearance on request number 2, standby, it's going to be a minute.
All right, so if we can get down and get the visual approach, I'll take it. Otherwise, yeah, not going to happen. YD524, good to see it. Live 120 kilometers from Melbourne, Australia. We have a tiny airfield just out of the town called Mangalore, which has 120 cadets from China Southern Airlines. Holy crap, they signed a 99-year contract and everything is covered. Housing, living costs, etc. When they're done, they go back and fly for CSA. And if they wash out, they basically become like ramp hands for their entire life.
India Golf Mike to the Kingman 2 arrival.
Yeah, I've heard about China doing that with the flight training. No traffic on 4-flight. You're right, actually. I usually have traffic on 4-flight, but yeah, it's not showing up right now.
7262.
I'll have to troubleshoot that later. I might have turned it off. Oh, you know what? I did when I updated the pilot client. I don't think I reconfigured it. So I'll set that up for next time. Because usually we would have traffic. Actually, we had traffic earlier, I thought. I don't know.
Air 5 Tango Bravo, Rebecca is correct. Air 5 4 Whiskey up, your class.
GT Style and welcome aboard.
If able, would like
How do you start a jet without any ground power? Some of them use batteries.
305, sorry for the
Some of them you have to do an APU. Depends on the jet.
Air 5 4 Whiskey, you can expect hold at cones, just stand by.
5 4 Whiskey, thank you.
Here it comes.
Champion Air 1, descend and maintain 13,000.
Alright, 13,000, Champion Air 1.
Air 5 4 Whiskey, descend and maintain level 220. I have holding for you, advisory to copy.
220, and we're ready to copy 5 Whiskey.
Air 5 4 Whiskey, hold west of the cones VOR on the 270 radial 1 minute legs. Report established.
Oh boy.
270, and a 1 minute legs, 5 Whiskey.
And just confirm, hold east of the cones, or correction, west of the VR.
Hold west, 270, minute legs, 5 Whiskey.
Air 7 Tango Sierra, holding instructions at cones, advisory to copy.
Ready to copy, 7 Tango Sierra.
Air 7 Tango Sierra, hold west of the cones VOR on the 270 radial, 1 minute legs, report established.
Full West Cones VOR 270, 1 minute legs, report established, 7 Tango Sierra.
Air 7 Tango Sierra, Rebecca.
Damn straight it was. Okay, so we need to get a hold here. So we are now flying. All right. Now let's talk about holding.
Air 53 Lima, fly heading at 350, maintain 4,000 Vector Airlines.
So let's pull our approach plate up. We're going to be holding on cones to the west side here.
Champion 1, we'll be ready.
So we need to have inbound with right turns. So we're going to hold like this. Okay. Good. We are coming in from approximately this direction here. So for us to make that, we're basically going to fly out, do a teardrop, and then a right turn and come back in. So we're coming in like this. We'll fly in. We'll go west. Or wait, hey, sorry. We will come in. We'll fly our teardrop out. We'll establish ourselves inbound, and then we'll hold there. Easy enough. Cones is 110.2.
3 departure radar vectors fry into the nest file. Climb and maintain 10,000. Expect level 2105 minutes after departure.
Let us go to heading mode.
119.6.
And then change over to VOR1 nav mode.
4617.
We'll go direct. And we'll go back to nav mode and we'll fly off the VOR now. Bring our speed back to 220. I forget what the holding speeds are up there, but we may as well pull the speed back now. May as well pull the speed back.
Cleared ILS correction, cleared localizer, runway 9 approach.
So we'll do 250.
Alright, direct cones and clip the approach and at or above 13,000, Champion 1. Clip loop 9er.
Champion Air 1, cross cones at or above 12,000.
12,000, Champion 1.
Alright, let's beat this approach. While we're sitting getting ready for the hold, we're going to fly the localizer runway 9er approach into Telluride Airport. We're going to start off, localizer frequency is going to be 109.3. The VOR frequency is going to be 110.2 from cones.
Maintain 13,000.
13,000, my discretion, 7 Tango Sierra.
Air 54 Whiskey, verified descending level 220.
Oh, sorry, forgot to put the button.
Let's go.
Air 54 Whiskey.
Throttle off my throttles.
You gotta pay attention, man. You're racking up all sorts of deviations tonight. It's getting a little out of hand.
Sorry about that, 540.
Okay, so we're down to 13,230 knots. That's good. All right, back to the approach here. We're going to fly the localizer 9er approach into Telluride. 109.3 for the localizer. Enter that in there. And 110.2 on cones. So we're going to, off of the hold of cones, we're going to go the 108 radio out to intercept the localizer inbound to the 093. Starting at 12, we're going to be 12,000 or above. Head down to 11,500 to 6.4 dB. That's the final approach fix. And then down to the minimum state. Minimum state are going to be 11,340 feet MSL. Once we hit that point, either we land or we go. Or we'll fly that into the misapproach point and then we can land or go. Should have no issue getting in right now.
Champion Air 1, continue right turn heading.
In the event of a
200
missed approach,
vector
we plan to climb to 11,800 feet, make a right turn to join the 104 radial off of the ETL VOR, and then fly that up to 13,500 feet and then direct.
Alright.
Air 7 Tango Sierra, amend altitude, descend and maintain 14,000 pounds.
14,000, 7 Tango Sierra.
Champion Air 1 advise if you need a different approach or different...
297.
Are you able to pick up the cones VOR now?
We just broke out. We'll cancel IFR.
Champion Air 1 IFR cancellation.
That's good news.
Welcome, maintain VFR for exchange pro.
Champion Air 1.
Air 7 Tango Sierra, advise approach request in the weather, Telluride, Miami.
Localizer runway 9er, and we have the weather 7 Tango Sierra.
Air 7 Tango Sierra, turn left heading 240, descend and maintain 12,000 vector cones.
240 vectors cones. Taking the altitude 7 Tango Sierra.
12,000.
12,000, 7 Tango Sierra.
Air 54 Whiskey, descend and maintain 17,000.
Okay, the hold is no longer applicable.
November 54 Whiskey, descend and maintain 17,000.
17,000, 54 Whiskey.
And as soon as we break out of the clouds, as soon as we're down below the bases, we're going to call.
10 degrees vector wind.
We're going to call the we're going to cancel IFR. All right, Telluride's 23 flat. Good. Check. Okay, everything's good now. Lights on. Okay. Nick Gressler, I am still up. Yeah, I won the second flight of the night. Got a late start this evening. Still wanted to do 2, so here we are. Latest I've been streaming for a while. Oh, iPad. Thank you. Sorry.
Pacific, good evening. Challenger 2608 on the ground at Walden, requesting current IFR to Kremlin.
Charlie 2608, Denver Center, good evening. Clearance on request, stand by, it's going to be a minute.
I got it, Max. I got it. I'm sorry.
Two 915 Tango Bravo, Farmington Ground.
We were going to fly the Cessna 310 that just came out tonight, but
Golf, cross runway 25.
that didn't happen. Not sure if this actually works. Thinking it doesn't.
There's 7 Tango Sierra, turn left direct cones, cross cones at 12,000, cleared localizer, runway 9er approach.
Cones 12,000, direct cones, cleared out, localizer 9er approach, 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, let's get ourselves a direct.
There's 7 Tango Sierra, use caution on your way into Telluride, multiple VFR aircraft observed in the area. Report cancellation of IFR within 5 minutes, landing by 122.2, change to advisory frequency as approved.
7 Tango Sierra. Okay, we're either going to call him up or we're going to call 22-2.
Down at 240, 24 Alpha Sierra.
Okay, so what I did here, I put a RMI needle on here that tells me exactly where nav 1 is, so we can use that now to fly towards the cone VOR. As we get closer here, we'll fly this outbound leg. Let's get some anti-ice up again.
Air 54 Whiskey, you can expect further clearance at 0345, time now 0315 and 1/2.
I think that's going to be our breakout.
0345, 550.
Air 4 Office here, connect Denver Center 118.57.
Let me get the turn in here, and then we'll call the field.
1857, 24 Alpha Sierra.
All right, let's get the turn going. Keep the speed up for him.
Air 53 Lima, Olympia Airport. No, I'm sorry, Olympia Information X-ray is now currently altimeter 3006.
Okay, we're going to fly this for 5 miles. Intercept the localizer.
Alpha Sierra.
We stay 12,000.
Denver TBM 24 Alpha Sierra Denver Center, descend and maintain level 200. I have holding instructions for you, advisory copy.
Do not have field. That might be, nope, that's not the field. I'm not going to call until I have it.
Alpha Sierra.
Okay, we'll keep that there. So let's switch frequencies now. Nope, that's wrong.
So the cones VOR on 27.
Okay, switch that. That's the localizer. And then nav 2. I'm not going to worry about it. We want to be 093 inbound. So we'll just keep flying this until we grab it. Here we go. Telluride traffic Eclipse 12 miles out, localizer runway 9 or Telluride. There it is. Got it.
4 Alpha Sierra, sorry, I missed that EFC time.
4 Alpha Sierra, you stepped on somebody's wagon?
24 Alpha Sierra, I missed the EFC time.
0415.
Expect for the clearance 0415, and the holding is at flight level 200, correct?
For now, yes. November 915 Tango Bravo, Farmington Tower, runway 23, clear for takeoff, wind
Okay, we're 12,000.
12, gust 21.
Have the field. We'll call in second. Cancel our IFR. Denver Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra. Cancel IFR.
There's 717 Tango Sierra, IFR cancellation is received. Welcome, maintain VFR for exchange crew.
7 Tango Sierra. Have a great night.
You too, Bubbles. Verify 4 Whiskey.
Telluride traffic Eclipse 8 miles out, runway 9 or Telluride. Okay, we're just gonna keep the speed up here until we get 5 miles. Literally on a cliff. I wish I had the binocular view in real life. Alright, flight director gone. I have the airplane. Nick Russ, take it easy, man. Yeah, if it's an instruction, read it back. Basically, altitudes, courses, directs, you know, anything that points your plane in a direction, you read back. Anything that's sort of secondary to that, so frequencies sorry, not frequencies, but transponder stuff and things like that, like you don't have to read all that stuff back. I don't really know the exact way to describe it. Excuse me? Somebody out there. Telluride traffic Eclipse 3 mile final, runway 9 or Telluride.
Retard, retard, retard.
It's sure not found. Thanks for giving us some poorly timed comic relief. Cheers, buddy. All right, gear down 3 green, flaps down indicated. Lights are set. Runway's in sight. No clearance to be received. Be cool. Telluride traffic Eclipse short final, runway 09, Telluride. Lots of runway to work with here, so we're just going to keep it rolling pretty quick. Try to get her down so I can get her slowed down. So we are awfully fast right now.
1,000.
Telluride traffic at MD11 inbound, localizer 9, full stop, nevertheless.
Telluride Eclipse short final, runway 9, Telluride. I'm okay with the float on this one. All right, flaps up.
Retard, retard, retard.
KTEX, thanks for 9 months, man. Still the only sub here to continue. Don't know why it says 9 months. All good, man. I appreciate it. Telluride traffic Eclipse clear runway 9er. Telluride. Easy. landing lights off. Strobe light off. Anti-ice off now. Let's come park out here in front. Come on. Think I can.
Traffic.
Think I can.
5011, about 10 miles out on the localizer 9. Telluride.
Yo, just park it right here. Right in front of the fire station. Alright, park brake. Lights. Gens. And 1 and 2. Well, 2 and 1, I guess. Got a Epic over there spooling up. Oh, that's a drone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Telluride Airport. We made it. Oh, did we ever make it? Sun's coming from the wrong side. I want the sun on the other side so I get a picture of the mountains in the background. Sun is now on the correct side. Problem solved. That's a cool screenshot right there. Oh, there's a drone. Alt print screen. Save that sucker off. I felt good. Here, let's go watch our MD-11, buddy. And then we'll go check the replay out. Sorry to the guy in the TBM. We're gonna miss you tonight. Kennicus, by the way, man, thank you. Cheers. This you're not found. Cheers to you as well. You did come a little too early, yes. Oh, did I say that? Max Seldom, good to see you. Mr. Feldrude, welcome aboard. I prefer X-Plane 11, yeah. Most of the people in here I think you're going to prefer X-Plane. Got that offset local. Is that actually supposed to be offset? Eh. Oh yeah, it is offset. Okay. A little bit. Eventually he'll make it here. We got to watch him land at this point. Common problem in my old age. Keep it hope. Take it easy, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. This plan of the Citation, any thoughts? I'd take this over the Citation personally. Like, the Citation's okay, but I vastly prefer the Eclipse. I'm fanboy for this Eclipse, though. Uh-oh. Pull up. Pull up. Oh, man. Need some chiropractors after that one, I think. All right, let's hop off PilotEdge. We'll go do some replays, and then we will call it a night.
Disconnected.
Close the doors, remove the chocks, and go to replay mode. I love this airplane so much. Just hold it off, 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 hold it off. Kiss it. Because we had so much runway to work with. little bit of a crab, not too bad. It's good stuff, Fail Druid. There's a demo out there. You should make sure you can run the demo. Make sure your PC can handle it and all that too. Oh man. Oh man. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. There we go. Ground handling still no good next plane. Alright, let's see the GoPro cam. Call it a night there.
1,000.
Don't mind that. Make sure you win the Zebo.
200.
Alright, who's streaming? Anybody?
100.
Monday night, so probably not. Bill Ferrelli's going. We'll go watch Bill Ferrelli tonight. He's in something that's not... He's in a DC-3, so we'll go watch Bill. Folks, I want to thank you all so much for coming out tonight. It's been an absolute blast. I apologize for the late start, but